Yes. Okay. Right. And
I know we need to find our presentation. Oh no, it is here. How do we get to it now?
I was shown and now I've completely forgot.
I think it's down there.
Yeah, but I need to click. Oh no, it's already shared.
Yeah,
it's already shared. So I just need to click on the presentation. Sorry. We're good. We're good.
Can you try expanding it?
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, that's working.
Okay. So just let me show. Can you see the next screen? Cool. Okay. Right. So I'll give it over to Abigail.
So, hi guys, I'm Abigail. If any of you don't know me, I'm one of the senior brand partners here at Lash Base. I've been working with you guys, I want to say about 2.5 years.
I think, yeah, it should, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, about 2.5 years. So yeah, if anyone doesn't know me, I'm Abigail, and yeah, I've been in the industry for about 7.5 years. I've had hundreds of clients, but I'm also an educator. I teach on behalf of Lash Base at colleges, so I do beginner courses, but I also am a business mentor. So yeah, I also help people in advanced education as well.
Ooh. Again, guys, just make sure your cameras are turned off if you have just joined. So a little bit about me. So my name is Anna. I have been with Lash Base for about 2 years now, and I have come on board to Lash Base to mainly work on product and the online education part of the business. So I have tested and worked on lots and lots of products, including some of your favorites, such as Retention Speed Booster. That will forever be my favorite, if I'm being honest.
So good.
The ProMate tweezers, or even double classics. That it was my baby, and I cannot believe just how popular they have become. And let me tell you, we have something even better coming. I'm gonna tell Abigail later today. She will hear about it first, but don't worry, guys. You will know soon enough as well. Again, just please make sure your cameras are turned off.
If anyone hasn't used any of the double classics, by the way, like
yeah, they are great.
I have so many clients that have changed over to them that I never thought would change from just standard classics, and they absolutely love them. Like retention is 10/10. Yeah, they are a real go-to.
My sister-in-law asked me to do her lashes for my wedding, and she's getting double classics.
Is she?
Yeah, she's never had her lashes done before, so I was like, you know what, I know what you need.
Yeah, it's like just the right amount without being too much. But for a wedding, you want a little bit more. Yeah, my mum's a big fan as well. She's like #1 fan.
Yeah. But yeah, so I do online training here at Lash Base, and also offer mentorings at Lash Base. And I have been at a couple of events speaking. That's definitely something new. And if you had seen the stats on my O-ring from that speaking day when I was speaking at a conference, I don't write at the moment.
Yeah.
It was stressed all day.
Really?
Yeah, I was in stress for 18 hours.
Oh, do you know what? Because I have an aura ring, and honestly, like a bad day is like 5 hours. 18, you must have slept really good that night.
I did. But yeah, sorry, I speak way too much. But yeah, back to Abigail.
So this is kind of roughly what we're going to cover. We're going to talk about what fully booked actually means and what that means for you.
I'm going to turn on the heating, sorry.
Yeah, and then we're going to go through some pricing stuff, which I know sometimes sounds really boring, guys, but I'm going to kind of swiftly get through it. You can all make notes, and it is really important to go through pricing, and I will kind of teach how to do it with confidence. How to keep clients coming back, and just talking about getting regular clients to keep coming back rather than always having new clients coming through the door. Just clients, services and pricing again, and then clients, and then a few visuals, and then obviously we're going to do a Q&A as well before we finish. So feel free, I'm going to be jumping in the chat so I can have a look at any questions you've got, but if you do want to save them for the Q&A, then feel free to do that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, it's just how to build that dream business that you've always wanted.
Amazing. So we're going to start with some money clarity stuff. So when we talk about fully booked, I think people have seen this image, and I put a big old cross through it because I just do not agree with this image whatsoever, because I feel like a lot of us actually got into the industry because of this image. And I want to debunk it completely.
I know. I got into the industry thinking, I'll make $3,000.
I'm going to be rich. I'm going to be driving a Lamborghini within a year. Like, that's the sort of vibe. And I'm not trying to put anyone off to say that you can't make money. You know, I've been fully sustainable for nearly 7.5 years of my business. So it is fully sustainable to do so. but it's knowing how to do it, and forgetting this image is definitely the first way to do so. So I kind of wanted to put that there. Maybe in the chat, if you've seen this image before and you fell for this, just let us know, because I would love to know how many of you have fell for it.
Yeah, anyone who advertises their course with this image is lying.
Yeah,
and they don't have this either.
No, they're not bringing in 48 grand
No.
from no. They're not. They're definitely not living off this either. So I wanted to talk about what you want to define what your fully booked is. When I got into the industry, I thought fully booked, and I did this for a very, very long time, was 6 clients to 8 clients a day, working 12 hours a day, 6 days a week. And the minute I got to that, I was like, wow, I've made it. Like, I am fully booked. This is incredible. And I'm going to be really honest, I was bringing good money. For the age I was bringing good money, didn't have loads of overheads. And I was like, wow, like, I've made it. This is it. Until I got about a year or 2 in, and you realize it's not sustainable. You burn out very, very, very quickly. And yet you kind of hit a real low. You're bringing in this money and you're like, great, lovely.
Like, I have no life.
You have no life. You have no time for friends. Like, I genuinely think that some of my friendships were sacrificed because of it, because I was just working, missing birthdays, missing important things, because I just felt like I physically couldn't let people down, because I was making this amount of money and I couldn't let that drop. Because once you've hit it, you can't let that drop anymore, because it's a panic.
You can't make less the next month, because that's horrible.
No, you want to always be on almost a very slight upward tangent, not wow, I've made it, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh no, if I drop, I'm gonna have to drop again.
If I would make £100 less one month, and then the other month I would be like, oh, that's so bad.
Same. And even if it was like £25 less, it's like you would just get so swept up in it. So the first thing, you need to think about what actually is your fully booked. Now, for example, my fully booked is if I've got more than 4 people in a day, I'm exhausted. 3 is my sweet spot. And you want to work a few things out. So I've put a few bullet points here. You want to think about how much you actually want to earn monthly, not annually. I think working it out annually is great as well, but I personally find that working out what you make monthly makes a lot more sense, because most things that we purchase or pay for, or bills and rent or a mortgage, comes out monthly. Then you want to work out actually how many days and hours do we want to be working? Do you want to work weekends? Do you want to work evenings? Do you want to work bank holidays? Because some people may be very, very happy to work the Monday bank holiday just gone, or the one coming. And I used to do that. But then I felt like I was, again, missing out on, family things and seeing this, or Easter and all the lovely things that you want to be doing. So if you don't want to work weekends, tell yourself, I don't want to work weekends. Not I have to work weekends from the beginning. Anything like that, you want to be making a note. Okay, let's be really serious. How often do I want to be working? And you also want to be thinking about like long-term goals. I was speaking to someone recently about this, she's a very young lash tech, and we were chatting and we were talking about pricing, and she was saying, I want to up my prices, but I'm scared and I'll lose clients. And when I found out how old she was, I was genuinely like, okay, like you have got I've got 10 years on you here. And I'm gonna be really, really honest. You have got to start thinking long term if this is going to be your actual career. If it's something on the side, then it's not so much of a big deal. But if this is your career, you've got to be really honest with yourself. In 5 years' time, do you want a mortgage? Do you want to rent? Do you want to lease a car? Like, you need to be thinking of these future goals, because if you're not making the right amount of money, you won't be accepted for a mortgage.
No.
You won't be accepted for a renting on a flat. And I learned that when I first started renting in London, and I was living with a friend, and they combine your salary, and whatever that combined salary is obviously whether they determine whether you'll be able to afford it. Now, I was doing quite well for myself, and that's the only reason that between us we was able to get a flat in London. And I just think if you haven't been thinking long term like that, it actually could delay you a lot more than you think, because you only do your tax return once a year, and that's what you're going to be submitting at the end of it.
And I mean, if you're in a lucky position where you have a rich husband, then you just do this on the side.
Oh, gorgeous! That's the dream.
But you're fine, and that's absolutely fine as well. Like, I understand. Not just talking about people who have like rich husbands or whatever. But if you just doing this on the side, let's say you're at uni or whatever, and this is not your long-term career, it's just an extra bit of income, then you have more flexibility. But if you're very certain that this is your career and this is what you want to do until and you can't lash anymore, then you have to take it really seriously
from the beginning as well. Not just, even if you're like, I was 22 when I started, and I easily could have just been like, oh, I don't know where this is going to take me. But I knew I went into it really, I actually want to make something of myself, and I want to be doing this long term. So I took it very seriously from the beginning, even though I had no idea what I was doing at 22. And there's a lot of things I would change. I did take it very seriously from the beginning. And I do think that's probably why I'm kind of where I am now, rather than, you know, kind of get a few years in and you think, oh goodness, this is not sustainable at all, and now I've got to change something. But there's always time to change it, which is why we're obviously here talking today. So just a reminder that your pricing now actually affects your options later. Everything is about sustainability, and I think it's trying to keep your business sustainable, not always just growing and trying to make things bigger. In my opinion, real success is the sustainability of your business, and being able to have a few times where you have to step back a bit and it still runs, or when you're busy and it's growing, that's great.
You don't want to be a slave to your own business.
Yeah. And if you've been there, honestly, it's exhausting, and you can only do it for a few years before you get old like me, and I'm just like, I can't do this. My back can't hold out that long anymore,
it's Christmas Eve and you're like, can't say no.
It's Christmas Eve at 7 p.m. and you're like, I cannot believe that I've actually taken this client on instead of just taking Christmas Eve off. It's little things like that make you go, I'm going to sit and reflect on my business, I think, for next year.
Pretty much.
Amazing. Let me check chat quickly.
Oh yeah,
let's see if they're all good. Yeah, I can't see anything. Amazing.
Do you want me to double check it as well in here?
I think it should be,
just in case.
Let's have a quick look.
Nah, be good. Be
gorgeous.
All good. Cool. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, or if you've been in the same situation, let us know.
Yeah. So talking about that, it's all
to the other side so you can see.
Amazing. It's all well and good me talking about money and pricing yourself properly, but I do think that one thing that made it a lot easier for me was actually speaking to someone who told me how to do it properly. Because everyone can go, you have to price yourself right, but I feel like there's not that much information going, and this is how you do that. So I've given some real simple math, in my opinion, simple, but math is not my strong suit, guys, but I can do this. And getting to know what your hourly rate is one thing that will really, really help. So you kind of want to start with your monthly income goal. So like I said, what do you need to be bringing in every single month? And that needs to be taken into consideration. Your rent, how much rent comes out every single month? Do you have a car? The food shop, like genuinely, absolutely everything.
If you were to look for a job, how much would you want to earn?
Yes, exactly. Like, you know, if your bills, rent, everything comes in at £1,000 a month, you obviously need to know, I need to be making at least £1,000. And then obviously be like, okay, on top of that, I obviously want a bit of money if I was going to go on holiday and this. So you need to set a kind of a rough amount of money that you want to be making and hitting every single month. And on top of that, you then want to basically work out your billable hours. So that's where you go, how many clients do you want realistically per day? So like I said, for me, more than 3 clients in a day would be a little bit much. So I'd say 3 clients. Then you want to talk about how many days per week. So for example, I don't work a Thursday, I work every other Monday and every other Saturday. So you want to be really realistic rather than just go at the beginning, I'm going to work every single day so that I can get loads and loads of clients in. It actually will do you more of a disservice than actually setting what days you want to be working from the very, very start. If you don't want to work a weekend or a Saturday, don't work a weekend or a Saturday, and do that from the beginning and just set it.
And make sure you're very certain about it, and you don't take, there's just this one time, because then clients will know if they ask, you then might do it, and then you will feel guilty for saying no.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like you just want to be setting that from the beginning.
Yeah.
Then you want to be days per week, but you also want to think about how much holiday do you want. So say if you was in a 9-to-5 job, you know, you'd be given a set amount of holiday days. I don't even know what the average is, but I want to say around like 20-ish days I think you usually get.
Yeah, the average I think is 28 days including bank holidays. So you get about 21 days.
Yeah, so you could say, about 20 days. And then on top of that, do you want to work bank holidays? So you need to be thinking, okay, how many days roughly? So once you have all of that, you basically want to take that monthly income goal and then you want to divide by billable hours. So once you've worked out how many hours you want to be working, that is where you will get the base rate. You need to be making on them 3 clients you do a day, at least that. Then you want to talk about expenses. Now, this is obviously like the really, really big part of it. I have actually put a QR code here to the treatment cost calculator that is on the Lash Base website. This helps massively because this actually will break down exactly how much each product and treatment will cost you, and that will just like take a lot of the guesswork out of it.
Yeah, because honestly, like doing all of this maths is daunting. I'm not gonna lie. It's I think it's one less birth than doing your own taxes,
which I also do myself, sadly.
I had an accountant. I couldn't. Honestly, I started. I was like, no, I can't.
It is worth having an accountant for sure.
I'm just a girl. I don't do maths. But no, honestly, it makes it so much easier.
It does. Once it's all listed there for you, you want to minus that off of it. So that will be products, that will be your business insurance, that will be if you rent a space, that will be any training you do, absolutely anything that is considered an expense. And you want to minus that off of what your base rate is. And then that will actually be your take-home hourly rate. The scary thing is most people do this and realize they're not actually making minimum wage. So it may be a little bit confronting. It may be a little bit
uncomfortable.
Yeah, it genuinely for the first time you may sit and go, whoa, okay, if that's actually what I'm making, then something really, really needs to change. And to be honest, if you're really not good at maths, you can always do this in ChatGPT as well. I know some people don't love AI, but you can.
That's so true.
You can do it. You could put in, you could literally speak to it and say, you know, I want to be working this many hours, this many clients, doing this. This I've worked out that this treatment cost me this much to do, this treatment cost me this, what would my take home hourly pay be? And literally get it to do the math for you if you want to.
I tell you what, my very last, because I work for Lash Base now, but my very, very last accounting, I actually don't need through ChatGPT.
Yeah.
It's good. It's really good.
Honestly, for little things like that, it really makes a difference. And if you're really not sure and you're finding it confusing, you could literally you could take a picture of this that is on the screen for you, send it to ChatGPT with your numbers, and literally it can do that for you. And yeah, obviously you do need to make note that different treatments will have different values. So obviously you do need to bear that in mind. Say my base would be 3 people a day. But if one of them is a brow wax and tint that I do, then obviously I may be happy to get maybe 2 more brow wax and tints that day because it's a shorter treatment.
Yeah, the amount of time and effort it takes you. Again, for example, my very base or my very maximum was 3 lash extension clients and maximum 2 full sets.
Yes.
And then I would add on lash lifts and brows after that. I am not doing 3 full sets a day.
No, do you know what? Honestly, that third one comes round and it's literally, I'm cross-eyed, I'm tired.
Your fingers have indents from the tweezers and it's all gone numb and you just like...
my back hurts and I've got nothing to say anymore. I'm a mute at that point. I'm just going to turn the music up. No, 2 full sets is more than enough.
Yeah.
Absolutely more than enough. Amazing. Does anyone have any questions on that? I know that one is probably the most confusing, but like I said, I think using AI to just stick this into if you need to will be a massive help.
Yeah, and what helped me personally when I started out, I had a really good educator, not from the get-go, but I have found a really good one eventually. She just said, bear in mind, this was like 5 years ago, she said, just try and make at least 20 quid an hour because that should cover your slightly more than minimum wage and your products and your taxes and whatever else. Just try and price your sets around 20 quid an hour. Now that would be more. But that was a good baseline for me. So what would you say? What's the kind of minimum hourly rate even beginner lash techs should aim for?
Do you know what? That probably is quite a good starting point, actually.
Let's say they work from home, they don't have any rent to pay, they work from their spare room.
Yeah. I probably would say about £20 an hour probably would be a good, but that is no rent. Like I said, that would be if you're working
from my spare room.
If you're working from home, that's not rent and things other than £20 probably would be a good baseline. And then on top of that, as a beginner, you can then, if you have got rent, you can automatically obviously just add that on top of that. But I would say so, and it obviously just goes up as you go. But I would say so.
I would say when I started renting a space and obviously got better, etc. I've based it on £30 per hour.
Yeah.
But that was what I needed to make to, make however much.
And
I
it
want
does
to
depend on
make,
experience as well. Like
Yeah.
experience naturally comes into it. You know, if you've spent a lot of money on training, if you've been in the industry for 10 years and things like that,
Yeah.
naturally it is going to be more. Like it will be maybe more like £40 an hour, things like that.
Yeah,
It naturally will.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I would say definitely 20. If you are a beginner watching this, that yeah, £20, not including things like rent and things like that, would be a good starting point for an hour.
Spare room.
Yeah, and that's not for a full set, guys. That's not £20 for a full set.
No,
that's £20 an hour.
So like if you take 2 hours, that's £40 for a full set.
Or 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Like
That's £60. No,
Yeah.
50.
Yeah.
Told you I don't do maths. I told you.
Amazing. Christmas Eve till 9 p.m. was me for years. Yeah, we've all been there. Now take it off so I'm not exhausted Christmas Day. Because it does. It takes you that whole Christmas rush and then you work that. Honestly, you won't feel fine until a few days after Christmas.
And you know what? I would say during summer, in the barbecue season, I had to say no to so many barbecues.
I know. Birthdays, all that sort of thing. Yeah, it's horrible. Same, refuse to do Christmas Eve at all now. Love that. I love that. We've all grown.
Good. Done.
Amazing. Right. So presenting your prices, and a lot of this is just confidence, and this is very, very much a mindset thing. So you just need to make sure most of the time you're not asking for permission to charge. You are literally just stating your value. And that is something really, really important to remember. You don't want things to come across like a question, like, you know, I'm trying to think of even like how you would present that.
I wouldn't walk up to you and say, what do you think I'm worth?
Yes, exactly.
You know?
Because I have seen people do that, don't they? They're like, I need to up my, on their stories, I need to up my prices. You know, how much do you think I should up them by? And I have literally seen that. And it is, you are then putting your value on what someone else thinks of you. And obviously, if they're a paying client, they're always going to say less, aren't they?
Yeah. Or, you know, completely rogue example. You wouldn't go out, if you're dating, you wouldn't go out dating and then ask the man on the first date, like, do you think I'm worth your time?
Exactly.
No,
exactly.
No.
Yeah. Do you think I'm worth being your girlfriend, maybe? Yeah.
Am I pretty enough for you?
Yeah. You just wouldn't put your value on that. No, definitely not.
You know your own value.
For sure.
You stick to it.
And I do think like confidence is very contagious. And if you're uncertain, clients can feel it. And I have used this from the beginning. I have always, I'm not honestly, fake it till you make it to an extent. Like obviously, like you can't be duping people, you can't be scamming people. But the amount of times as a beginner, I'm lashing from my bedroom, they'd ask me a question and I would literally just pull an answer out of thin air. Or I would say, I don't know, but do you know what? Once we're done, going to have a quick look for you. I'll do a bit of research and I'll let you know. Mm-hmm. And it is just saying it in confidence rather than being like, oh, I don't know. Oh no, like just coming across really unconfident.
Yeah.
Again, with prices, things like that, being confident about your prices. Yeah. If someone was to question it, and we will go into all of that, but you know, being confident and just saying these are my prices. That's the end of it. Full stop. That's the sentence. Yeah. It's not a question.
Yeah, I've done it before. I took 20 minutes longer for a client when I was a beginner, and then I discounted 20% off the lash set. And I thought, why am I doing this? But I just felt bad.
Yeah, you know? Exactly. Guys, I think someone's mic is on. I've just had a message. I just want to make sure that it's not going to catch up on the recording. So if you just double check if videos and microphones are off, please. And it's really easy to forget.
I know.
I'm awful on these webinars.
Or sometimes there's so many buttons, you just might press something and it turns it back on.
Yeah, and I think sometimes if you move from a screen to another, so just double check when you come back on.
We all girls here, we're not tech.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it took us a half hour to set this up, by the way. If that makes anyone feel better. So, and then you'll only lose clients that were not there for, that were there for your pricing and because they found you affordable, not for you. So I do think there's just a few things to just get your mindset, just change into a more confident girly, really.
Yeah.
Great. So carrying on from that, so how you present your prices matters, like I said. So you want to notice your language and, like I said, not apologize or talk it down, being like, oh, like if you have a lash lift, like it's only £30, or you know, oh, my lash extensions are £70. Like I know that's a lot, but they're really good and you'll really enjoy them, and then you'll become addicted to them. This instantly devalues you, and people will just it puts you in a negative spin instantly. If someone says that to you, you're a bit like, I don't know, I'm questioning it now, you know?
All the luxury stores, they're not going to say, yeah, our handbags are expensive, but they're such good made and this leather made. And no,
They don't need
no,
to.
We're so good. We just know you want us.
Yeah, you want it, exactly. So
what was this from the Devil Wears Prada? Like, don't be ridiculous on everybody wants this.
Exactly. So I think it is just like you do then give signals instantly that you're not sure on your prices, you're not confident, and you're not actually sure of your worth. And then they don't know whether to buy into your worth as well at that point. So if you're not convinced, they're not going to be either.
No.
And you won't be able to convince them because straight away they're like, there's a red flag here, something's off. Something's off. And then you want to state your prices simply and clearly, and then just stop talking. Not ramble. Like we've all done that at the beginning where you're talking about prices and you'll be like, oh yeah, that'll be £70 and then this. Just state it. Stop talking. Silence is okay. It's fine. You don't need to justify it. You don't need to keep talking. That is a full sentence. End of. And then you want to lead it with experience, result, and then the price. So if someone's going to ask about a treatment and they kind of go, well, what does it entail, or how much does it, even if they just say how much does it cost, I will still say, I'll still talk about the experience. So, a Korean Lash Lift, it's more gentle, it's this, and then you've got these added extras. Once you then spoke about the experience and the result, then you can say and then it's £65.
Yeah.
Because I think it's more
if it was the most natural thing in the world.
Yeah. I feel like price needs to almost be the end of it, where you want to sell them already on the confidence. You need this. So then when they hear the price, that's £65, they're like, lovely, book me in. Let's go. Amazing. Right. Let's go to the next one. So like I said, handling the can you do it cheaper question, because I feel like we've all had this. And it is the worst. And at the beginning, it does really throw you off sometimes, because it does make you question yourself, and you do think, I know my value, but if people are questioning it, then maybe I am too expensive. But at the end of the day, you don't need to justify or explain your prices. You really, really don't. A simple, this is my current prices. That's the end of that. And offering a cheaper alternative service is different from discounting. And I really, really want to make sure that people understand that. So, if someone said, you state your prices and they're like, oh, that might be slightly out of my budget, which is very, very valid. Someone is allowed to say, if they go, oh, that's really expensive. That's different. But someone can say that it's a bit out of my price range. Offering something as an alternative and saying, well, I also offer Korean lash lifts. They're this price. They last 2 months, so you don't have to come in as often. That is different than just going, oh, well, normally my full sets are £75. If that's too expensive for you, then I'll do it for 30 quid.
Yeah, and also, I think that in a way that can be, I'm trying to find the right word, almost like you're talking down to their client, like you don't expect them to have that kind of money.
Yeah. As if I know that's expensive.
Yeah, that's you judging them.
Yeah,
exactly. Not in a nasty way, but if someone said that
so you can't
me,
afford it, so I'll give it to you for 30 quid.
Yeah,
I'll do you a favour and I'll do it for
you don't look like
£30.
someone who could afford it.
Yeah, exactly. And you definitely don't want that. You don't want that. Yes, I just think that's a really important thing. So I do think sometimes it's easy to think about, right, I'm just going to stick a discount on it because I'm worried people aren't coming in. But I will be really honest, discounting never works. It never ever works. It's like when people, I fully believe in doing models.
Yeah.
Getting people in for free, getting people in for discounted prices for certain things. But what I will say is that is not a way to getting clients. Because I always do I do about 1 model a month to get in for content. I do it for free. But what I will say is they never become a returning client.
No, and even then I would offer discounts for because people expect, do you do Black Friday and do you do this, do you do that? But they don't realise I'm just discounting my time, not stock that these big brands can do.
Yeah.
I would have my regular discount customers. They would only book in. They would watch my stories every single day just to make sure they don't miss a discount. But they would only book in if I offered a discount.
Yeah, 100%. You literally almost gain a whole clientele that adjust for them prices when you do them, rather than all your regulars. That you literally gain another lot of regular clients that will only come when the discounted prices come in. Yeah, crazy. Right, let's check the chat.
Oh yeah.
I think we're all good by the looks of it.
Yeah, all good.
Lovely. Okay. Is our camera and everything still on as well?
Yeah. Or it has
everyone's still sit on our end. We can't see, but it does look like you can see us.
I think someone might have their camera on, but it's just if you have your camera on, but you just maybe shuffle the little cover in front of it, can you just turn your camera off, please, so people can see us, because I think it blocks
Yeah, I think it
Yeah,
sometimes stops it
star
coming
on.
off.
So if you could just check if you have your camera on, just turn it off, please.
Amazing.
Thank
Right,
you.
we'll go to the next slide. Then we've got the loyalty angle. So like we were saying, the right price clients are your best clients. They respect your time, they rebook constantly, and they refer people. And like we said, discounted clients often cancel, they rebook less, and they just drain your energy because they will always be the more difficult clients.
Yeah.
So it's just not worth it. But it's like you will gain a completely different clientele that will only come for the prices. And I just think your right clients, you really want to nurture them. Like you want the ones to be kept. Like they are your regular clients. They are your best clients. They won't ask for discounts. They won't be doing this. They'll be, they'll pay.
They give you tips.
They'll give you tips, which is not really a thing here at all, but they will tip you. If they have to cancel, I was saying to you literally the other day, one of my regular ride or die clients, she cancelled her appointment. Well, she actually sent me the money for her appointment and then cancelled it. So I didn't even have the opportunity to say, you'll have to pay for your appointment. She'd already sent it. Yeah. And they are the people that you want in. Yeah. And I do think sometimes the thought of raising your prices, you are scared to lose clients. And I'm going to be really honest, you will lose some clients, but that's totally fine, because the idea is when you do raise your prices, then you do get them to what they should be. The people you're losing and are drifting off, you'll be making the same amount of money anyway, because you've risen them to the prices that they should be.
Absolutely.
Makes a massive difference.
Oh, honestly, when I was a beginner, and I'm sure you can all relate, or you know what, if you can't, I'm so glad you can't. I used to do dirt cheap prices, and I remember I was waiting for this girl. It happened twice with two different girls. Once she literally messaged me. She's like, she was my neighbor. She said, I'm sure you just saw me leave. I'm picking up my mother-in-law from the train station. I'll be back at 5. Her appointment was at 4. And then another one, I've messaged her saying, are you on your way? She was already like 15 minutes late. She's like, oh no, I'm just getting my carpet fitted. No sorry or anything.
No, they don't value your time.
Yeah.
They don't value your time. Yeah. You're not seen as important.
No. So that's when I raised my price. I actually doubled my prices. I was like, I don't want you anymore.
I did the same. And this is why I wanted to talk about all of this, because I did exactly the same. Yeah. I'm not mine weren't dirt cheap, but they were cheaper. They were on the cheaper side. And when it came to actually raising them, I had to double my prices as well. Yeah. And that's not what people want to do. And I appreciate most people don't want to double their prices.
I went from charging £25 for a set to charging £45.
Yeah, it's that. Honestly, I think my last price increase was, I think I put them up by 20 quid in the end, because it was like, this was when I did everything properly, looked through, and I was like, oh goodness, I'm going to have to up them by £20. And I did. Mm-hmm. But you do lose some clients. But it was fine, because the people I did lose, I made up in the people that stayed, and the people I gained at that higher price point. So it does make a massive difference. Mm-hmm. And people will hang around. But I do always say, because I always say to people, I do appreciate it's scary. It is scary raising your prices.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to discredit that, because it is.
Sorry, I think someone still has their camera on, so I'm just going to try and if I can turn it off for them. But guys, if you can, please just check if you see if I can turn off your camera.
Oh, there.
There we go.
Oh, well done for working that.
Have to. You got to. Okay, there we go. Be back.
Lovely. Right. I was going to check actually any questions. Oh, here we go. Right. Would you recommend doing a new client offer? In my opinion, no, because I just think you're still discounting that first person, that first time they're coming in, and you are, in my opinion, essentially devaluing yourself, and that person will probably expect and discount every single time.
That new client won't book in with you because of you. Mm-hmm. They will book in with you because of the new client offer.
Yeah.
Think about it. How many times have you signed up to HelloFresh with a new email address to get the discount?
Yep. And listen, I'll stand by that. I'm telling everyone to not discount their prices, and here I am putting all my different work email addresses in.
Yeah. So that's gonna happen.
I think the only way you could maybe do it, I think a referral scheme is different. I think if you are, you say to your regular clients about referring new people to come on a discount,
I would give them £5 off each.
Yeah, £5 off each. So then you are giving your regular client more of an incentive to keep coming, and they're going to keep coming. Then on top of that, if that new client doesn't come back, it doesn't matter so much because you've done something to really, really keep your regular client. So I think that's a little bit different. But I do think, a new client offer, it's a grey area, I would say.
Yeah, what I did, and I think you do something similar, on their very first appointment, they would get a free lash shampoo kit. And then
mine are actually included in any full set.
Yeah.
If they book a full set, they get their aftercare kit included now. But I never used to do that. I think if you want to do it so you don't do it every single time, then I think your first time, lovely.
Their first time, they would get the shampoo pump bottle, they would get like a spoolie on a keychain, they would get the brush with little sweets, and then on their infills, not on every infill because the sachets do last a while, but I would get the sachets from Lash Base. I would get everything from Lash Base, to be fair. But I would get the sachets, shampoo sachets, and I'll just have them in a nice little bowl, just like sweets, and they could just pick up an extra sachet on their infills whenever they run out and they need another one.
I always offer. I say, because again, everything's included with mine. I always say, if you've got enough shampoo, being honest, you've got enough shampoo, I can give you a sachet. So I just include all of that. Right, I'd done a deal years ago, and a regular actually paid me the normal amount because she said I should be upping my prices anyway because my work is such high quality. We love that. Yeah, that's the dream. That is the dream.
Yes.
I'm doing Korean lash lifts. What would you recommend that I should give for free on their first appointment?
What I have seen some of our customers do, and I think it's an absolutely genius idea. So we have just launched our Lifted Step 3 in a pump bottle. So you can buy it just for yourself, or you can buy it in the retail kit where you get 5 pump bottles, then you can retail to your clients. But I have seen someone buy a bunch of these little cosmetic sample twisty things from Amazon.
Great
and
idea.
They would literally just use one of these big pumps to pump a few bits into those little things, whack their branded sticker on top of the little plastic, the little plastic, but guys what I mean. Like you can buy glitter in those pots as well,
or like if you're going abroad, it's like where you decant your stuff into the little
but
pots.
much smaller. And they just give that with a little spoon.
Right, I've learned something today because I've been thinking that's great. That is great because I do kind of aftercare kits for my lash lift clients, but you kind of struggle what to put in them. But that is a great idea.
You can get so much of it. These honestly, I think it would probably add an extra 50p per client. So it's great.
And it's nice. They love walking away with a little bag.
And it's their little thing that they have to apply.
And that lasts them ages actually in that little pot because the sachet usually lasts about a week.
I think with the sachet they have to constantly seal it back and forth themselves. It's fine when you just leave it on your trolley, but they just chuck it in the handbag.
Yes, I think if they do it properly, they'll get about a week's worth out of it. So I always give that to them. I'm going to do that though. That's a great idea.
I know, right? It's genius. It's genius. It's not my idea. It's one of our customers.
Whoever it is, if you're watching, then please come in the chat.
You know what? I'm so bad with names. I should have remembered. But honestly, genius idea.
Right, I do an aftercare kit with every first full set too. Amazing. I give a little pot of oil. Lovely. What is it called? What is the full name?
Bear with.
I'm sure it's like conditioning.
I think it's Lifted Lash and Brow Conditioner.
It's really nice, and it looks. I've got little shelves with my stuff that I retail. I've got some of the serum, growth serums. I've got them on, and they look very Luxe sitting on the side.
Also, if you missed the TikTok discount last time, Anna20 will get you 20% off.
Gorgeous.
I've said that.
You've heard that here.
I don't think Jamie and Dan knows, but I've just said it. Oh well. It's this Lifted Lash and Brow Nourishing Conditioner.
It's lovely.
So it's literally there you go.
It's great.
And it's such a good product because again, so many people just use what's that oil?
Castor oil.
Yeah, castor oil. Castor oil is great, but it's a sealing oil. It doesn't nourish the lashes. It just seals hydration in.
I think the molecules are slightly too big to really penetrate into the lashes.
So this one has avocado oil, vitamin E, so it really, really hydrates the lashes. And then if they still want to apply castor oil on top, it will seal everything in.
Amazing. That's a good tip. That's a great tip. I love this. I feel like I'm learning some stuff. Are the growth serums good? Yes. I mean, I'm not going to get my lashes right up in that camera for you, but I do use them. And if Anna can confirm, I feel my lashes are quite long. Yeah, they're great. I think with any growth serum, You have to be consistent. That is the main thing with it. You just have to be consistent. I use it morning and night, and it definitely works. Yeah, they're great.
Consistency is the key.
Yeah, you can't use them for like 3 weeks and kind of be like, oh, I'm done now. It's like your lashes will just go back to what they was. You do have to be consistent with them. Is it good for after a Korean lash lift? Yeah, it's basically step 3 in a pump.
Yeah.
It's step 3 in a pump. So it's perfect. Yeah. Perfect. Amazing. Cool. Well, let's get back to it. Right, we're going to talk about the luxury experience, one of my favorite things to talk about, because I love a bit of luxury myself. I absolutely love a bit of luxury. Yeah. So I think if I can present that to my clients,
yes,
I always think like, what would I want? That's what you base it off of. Yeah. That's the main thing to start.
What will top it to next level?
Yeah. So I say, before you even book, your online presence should feel premium. So how you present yourself online really does set expectation. If you want to be charging these premium prices, but you are presenting yourself online in a way that maybe doesn't feel very luxe, then there's going to be a bit of a conflict when it comes to booking. I think people will be a bit like, I don't know if I'm quite going to get what I'm paying for, and they will question it. So you do have to be careful. I know that was brought up, be careful online and how you present yourself. But honestly, I think you do have to be really careful.
Yeah.
Then your booking system, I believe everyone should have a booking system. If you work at home, I've had one since the beginning, work at home, in a salon, if you have a team, you should have a booking system. There are lots of options out there. I actually have been using a free booking system for the last 7.5 years, and I'm only just now moving over to a little bit more of a luxe paid version of a booking system now. So you can find them. I do think everyone should have them. They should be easy, clear, professional, that have confirmation emails, reminders.
Reminders make a difference
massively. And you know what my tip is if you have a cancellation policy, you want to make sure the reminders go out at the time of the cancellation policy. Because if you have a cancellation policy at 24 hours, which I used to have, and then my reminder went out at 48 hours, that 24 hours gives a massive block for people to cancel, and most people, if they're going to, will cancel then. Whereas if you send the reminder out at 48 hours when my cancellation policy starts, I've had a lot less cancellations after that, because people go, oh, I've kind of missed the cut-off point. I'm going to have to pay now. So that's a big tip. Medical forms should be sent in advance. Some of them you can attach them to confirmation emails. This obviously shows professionalism, and it honestly just saves time on the day. I think it's just tiny little things. If I had that come through, I'd be like, and I've had a lot of people say this actually when they book in, they're like, I feel like so much happens before I even come to the appointment that feels like, oh, I'm already getting my money's worth, because I feel like it's a lot more professional.
Yeah, you don't just message someone, you book, and then you just no contact and you just turn up
and hope they turn up on the day.
Yeah, exactly. So that continuous contact, kind of, even if it's automated, it just helps to make things more smoother.
It also feels like they kind of feel like they know you before you turn up, which is nice, because again, I've had clients, and I understand if you work from home, it's not very comfortable sometimes someone just turning up to a house, and I've heard people be like, oh, I feel weird walking through your garden, and it is a bit weird sometimes. But if they've had all of this, if they've seen you on social media, they feel like they know you on social media a little bit, then they book and they have all of this communication, even though you have sent nothing. They feel comfortable to turn up and know they're actually turning up for what they've paid for, and you are an actual human rather than some weird man standing at the door waiting for you.
Make sure you show yourself and your space on your socials.
Yeah, because I would never book for someone, like, I'm just a real overly conscious person when it comes to stuff.
Just someone's eyes constantly on someone's page.
It's a no from me.
You don't know who you're going to. You don't know what that person looks like. You don't know their environment. You don't know nothing, and it's not. It's not.
It's scary for people. We live in a scary world now.
Yeah, but also it helps to build anticipation. Like people like to know where they're going, because they will imagine themselves like, oh, I'm going to go to this beautiful studio.
Yeah, it's nice. It's really, really nice to do that.
Yeah.
Amazing. And then we'll go to the next page. So then when they arrive, your first impression also matters. Like, you can go to the door and kind of greet them in. Is your space clean and welcoming? Here's a few plugging my studio photos for everyone.
It's just so like light and airy, and
and it's like literally like you would never know that this is a building at the end of my parents' garden.
It looks calm.
Yes, that's the vibe I always want to do. Even though someone said to me once that they felt like they was at the dentist, I was like, I really don't like the dentist. That's really not what I'm going for.
No.
Are you ready for them? My worst nightmare is someone turning up and I'm not quite ready, and I'm in a flush. I always give myself half hour between each client.
I used to do the same thing.
Yeah, I always have done, because
Yeah.
I think I don't understand how people do no time, or 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Like, what if you overrun? I'm a chatty person.
Yeah, or the client wants to chat, or the client is a bit late, whatever.
Yeah, because I don't personally believe in late fees. So if someone's over 15 minutes that you pay, I don't agree with that. We do what we can in the time, and then having that half an hour, it gives people just a little, it gives me a bit of time, so I don't feel so stressed.
Yeah, but also with late fees, again, like, I think in the nicest way possible.
Yeah.
We need to stop being Karens about people being late, because we are not doing a treatment, apart from if it's a lash lift, then it's a bit different. But with lash extensions, you can put your tweezers down at any point. You can apply 3 lashes, 4 lashes, 5 lashes. You can apply as many lashes as you can within a given time. So I would just be super clear to my customers. I will put the tweezers down at the end of your appointment. So if you're late, that's just however many lashes you will get, and you're still paying for what you've booked.
I've always done it. I've never had a problem. Never had a problem ever. And small touches go a long way, like having some nice music on. Listen, if you are a techno house kind of girly, lovely. I just don't think it's the place for the studio.
No.
I think something. Yeah, and listen, if you want a bit of a spa moment, then fine. That would make me sleepy. So, you know, my go-to is like a bit of Olivia Dean, a bit something, you know, very kind of like soul, R&B, background noise that's not boring, and everyone compliments actually on my playlist. And I'm like, oh, this has just been something I've been adding to for years and years and years. Tidy space, make sure it's tidy. It could be so easy sometimes at the end of the day just to leave it in a mess, come back, you set up your next client and there's a bin bag on the floor and this, and listen, if then some days it happens, but as long as mainly it looks clean and tidy, then fine. And even a comfy bed, like recently I've added a few extra things to make my bed a bit more comfy, a nice big blanket that goes over the top of them that they love. Like if you want a heated blanket, you can do that.
My customers would love my heated blanket.
Yeah. Like anything like that, just the nice things that you feel like you've really sat and you've thought about your process basically before they've even, like, but literally as they've arrived and then laying down. Amazing. So then, like during the treatment, so an in-depth consultation. So I've actually got a free ebook on the Lash Base website.
Let me actually move this so you can scan it.
So you can scan it. It's completely free, and it basically gives my process of an in-depth consultation. I've had so much good feedback on it, so it's definitely worth
really
downloading. Good. And it is literally do this. So you can't go wrong with it, and it's free. We love everything that's free. So doing an in-depth consultation. Then when they lay down, you know, are they comfortable? Do they feel heard? And even when it comes to like doing the consultation, I'm all for, you know, not letting them necessarily choose. They don't always know what's best for them, but you want them to feel like you've listened to them as well, rather than going, no, I don't think that's a good idea. We should do this instead.
No, not like that.
No, but there's ways of doing it.
Yeah.
So then, is the treatment worth paying for? So like, are you going above and beyond? And like I said, ask yourself honestly, would you pay the prices you're charging for your service? Because again, that can be a bit confronting as well. But, you know, like, I'll be honest, like I charge what would be considered very premium prices. Like my full set of lashes are £110, which I know there's going to be a lot of people like, wow, like so much money.
Yes. But you're in London, you have experience, you work with premium products, you provide a premium service. Your customers can have a takeaway coffee from a nice coffee machine.
Exactly.
Like you give them a lot.
Yeah, exactly. And I would pay them prices for what I'm offering. Like honestly, because you do have to sit sometimes and be really brutal with yourself and be like, would I pay this? Because if you wouldn't, then it's time to maybe rethink a few things.
Like, for example, this is not even lash related, but I am obsessed with my hairdresser, honestly. They are very premium, but you get unlimited coffee, you get unlimited Prosecco, they have massage chairs.
Oh, I love it.
Like
that's where I'm going.
Yeah,
that's where I'm going.
It's worth it. It's worth it. And they take their time. It's always clean. It's nice. Everyone's so nice to you. Like people don't mind paying if they feel like they're really truly being pampered.
And if one thing you can learn from this is that like we are paying these premium prices. Like the clients exist because we are them. Yeah. We are literally them.
And we are not like these super rich people.
No. But it's just like that's the important thing that like I'm paying for that. Like that's important. Amazing. And then we've got after. Oh, but this is why I'm not the one touching the screen.
No, that's fine. Oh,
just happened. Oh
Okay.
There we go.
I'll move this again.
And then after you're finished, rebooking clients before they leave. So if they are a regular, listen, this may be a bit of an unpopular opinion. If they are a regular, they're coming every 2-3 weeks, I will rebook them without deposits.
Yeah, I used to do that as well.
Because I just think like they know that, you know, they're more likely to rebook when they're standing there ready to go rather than go home and then they'll forget. And I just think that they feel like they're almost part of a club, but almost like, oh, I'm special. I don't have to pay a deposit. And a lot of my clients will go, can I pay a deposit for that? Because then I feel like it's half the price when I come next time. And I'm like, lovely, we can do that. And it does. Yeah, it makes them feel special. But do not do this with every client.
No.
Be really pick and choosy. Really pick and choosy.
Use your gut.
Yeah.
Because I have put myself in a position before where I've trusted someone but too early.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I didn't ask for a deposit,
they
cancelled last time.
Yeah. You almost want to like the people you don't necessarily trust yet. You can still ask them to rebook, but just be like, you'd have to pay a deposit for that. Yeah. All good? Yeah. We're just going to put that on top of what you're paying now. And then most of the time they'll say, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, you know, okay, so that will be this much deposit. So I'm just going to add it on top of your service today. So that will, the total would be blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, exactly.
Just be delirious.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Then follow-up message, how are your lashes? It doesn't have to be necessarily in a text really personal. It could literally just be an email. How was your appointment? Do you want to leave me a review? Like, I think when people say about following up, they think it really is direct.
Yeah.
Hello, how are your lashes? Like, it doesn't have to be that. It could just be an automated system that sends an email 2 days later. How was your experience? Do you need to contact me? Could you leave me a review? That's it. Again, aftercare advice sent clearly. I always text my clients aftercare advice because emails usually get lost. People, if their emails look anything like mine, they're never finding them. Actually, how many emails have I got currently?
I think I've got 21,000.
45,000.
Oh, okay. You win.
It's not great. And no rushing them out the door. Like I said, I do offer drinks. I have tea, coffee station with my little logo on the side. And do you want to take a drink with you? Most people actually say no. Most people actually say no because they're like, I'm just going home or this, that, and the other, and they're not that bothered. But the odd person that does say yes, then you know they're really happy about it. But I've started doing actually at the end of the service, I have some cold water in the fridge and I'll just pour them a glass regardless, and then if they want to take something with them then they can as well. So the options there either way. And even that, like just a really fresh glass of water just being offered that, I'm like, wow, so worth the money.
Yeah, absolutely.
Amazing.
Right.
Amazing. Shall I check some comments quickly?
I think that's my part actually.
Oh yeah, we're moving over.
Yes,
gorgeous. Oh, we've got a few here.
Okay.
What booking site systems do you recommend? I used Setmore for years, which I know isn't people's favourite.
But I use Setmore as well.
Yeah.
I've paid for it because you can take deposits through Setmore.
Yeah, I used the free version up until literally I'm changing my booking system this weekend and I've never paid for it. Like when I take deposits, yes, they will take a fee. That obviously is the paid part. But it's not that much, to be completely honest.
Like 12 quid a month, something like that.
Yeah, it's not a lot. And like even the bookings, I'm moving over to Square just because that's where my booking system is, my website is. That's where my card payments are, and I want everything in the same place. Yeah, and I think that's £24 a month. It's still not bad.
No, it's doable.
And guys, it's expensible. It's expensible.
One and two. A automated booking system that takes deposits for me saved me so much money from cancellations again because they were already paid.
Absolutely. So there are a few. I know there's also like Fresher, there's like all of these different ones, there's loads. Do you think you need a website as well as a booking system? Interesting.
Okay, I had a website and probably one person looked at it.
Okay. I'm going to say the other way. I do think if you're offering a luxurious service, listen, if you've got one of these booking systems where it kind of looks like a website, then no. But if you are offering different things, like I'm an educator as well, so I do stuff with Lash Base, so it's kind of like a portfolio. I believe I've always had one, and
it's
I do have
premium.
It is, and I think it sets you apart, and to be able to link that on your Google, like Google My Business, have that linked as well.
On Google, that's very important.
Yeah, exactly. But being able to link that, it does make a difference. You don't have to. You really don't have to. But I do think it does give, if you do want to give a premium feel, I do personally think it is worth it. And I think, again, I pay about 25 quid a month on Square for that. So in total for my website and my booking system, I'm paying £50.
Yeah.
It's not that bad. Right. So can I give out Serum 3 to clients after a lash lift? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, serum. Or again, the pump bottle.
Yeah.
With the nourishing conditioner.
Yeah. I always take it over, give it over, and then retail that over.
Yeah, because with the serum, with the lash serum that we sell, it's obviously like a tube with a little, brush. That's probably you can't really decant that.
No.
So that would be more of a retail product. But with the lash and brow conditioner, you can pump into these little things. Then yeah, you can.
Love that. Do you charge per treatment or time? For example, X for an infill, X for 60 minutes. So I do time. This is really down to whoever is. Each person's going to be different, but my infills I do a 60-minute and a 90-minute. And I actually am changing this weekend that all my lash extension prices are the same. So it's just fully bespoke set, one price, 60-minute infill, one price, 90-minute infill, one price.
Yeah.
But that's preference. Some people prefer it for an infill. The reason I do it on time is because if you do it on weeks, everyone's retention is different.
Yeah.
So you may need someone in for a 90-minute at 2 weeks, and you may need someone in for a 60-minute at 4 weeks.
And another thing is, we all have those clients whose lashes never end.
Yes.
And then also have those clients who have so little amount of lashes that you can do a full set on them within like 45 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
I had a lady like that. She had good lashes, but not much.
Exactly. So yeah, I personally think time is better. But again, it's preference. It's preference on how you want to work out your billable hours. Right, should we go on to yours and we'll answer the rest of the questions in the Q&A?
Yeah.
Should we do that?
Yeah.
So we're not rushing through Anna, because I'm a bit of a chatterbox.
Oh no, it's fine. Again, guys, if we have to take a bit longer,
we're all good.
I don't mind.
We've got nowhere to be.
No.
You may do.
No. So, and it's recorded, so we'll take as long as we can. We aim for half past. If we can't, we can't. I'm not precious. But yeah, so building a business clients want to return to. I think the biggest mistake I've done is I try to make a business copying others. Don't go on Instagram and think like, oh well, that's how these people do it and that's how I should do it. Put your personality into it. If you're not someone who's like all pink and girly, but you're more like clean and luxe, like Abigail, for example, then do that. You don't have to have this pink lash brand with the Canva eyelash images all over it. Just because you do lashes, you don't have to put lashes on everything, if that makes sense, with your graphics and all.
If your favorite color's black, God, like go for it. Do you know what I mean? Like, have a little like of an emo moment. Like,
put
do
your
it.
personality into
100%, 100%.
But when it comes to the copying, you can still get inspiration from businesses you love. Again, like, do you go to somewhere like, for example, as I said, I will forever rave about my hairdressers. I am the most loyal customer to my hairdressers. I will say
they'll be charging $1,000 for your hair, and you'll be like, "I'm good. Let's go.
I'll take out a loan. I'll sell my car.
Stick it on the credit card.
Yeah. But yeah, have a look at successful businesses. Or businesses, again, within the beauty space that you enjoy going to. Maybe you went on holiday and the spa and that hotel was great, or whatever. If someone enters the beauty industry, I'm sure they have had at least one beauty treatment in their life. And have a think, what experience has made you really appreciate that particular treatment? Again, was the bed really comfortable? Did you like the booking system? What did you like about it? And build that into your business. Make a business plan.
That's a great idea, actually. Like, when you go for treatments, literally, what are the things they did that made you go, "Oh, that stood out"? Because you can do it.
Yeah, exactly. Or my massage lady. I used to go for massages. I had that awful back. And every single time after the massage, she would hand me a bottle of water, because she'd be like, "No, you need it. Hydrate yourself. There you go."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, thank you."
Lovely.
Yeah.
You're a dehydrated queen.
Yeah. She would explain, like, after the massage, like because it's
the toxins, isn't
yeah,
it? All the toxins move around and you have to rehydrate yourself.
Yeah, like I can go for lymphatic drainage, but even with any massage, like things move around and you pee more and you need more water. So it's just like they care about you. They look after you a little bit more, you know?
Yeah.
So just little extras, even if it's just a bottle of water, it still makes a difference. So yeah, think about what makes their experience stand out, and how you can apply similar principles to your own business. And it doesn't have to be, you know, the examples I've mentioned, or it doesn't have to be what Abigail does. Think about what would make, you know, a difference. Like I used to have this big hydraulic bed. And some customers struggled to climb onto it. So I went to IKEA and I got them a little stool, a nice little carpet under the stool, and they loved it. They
That's
were
a
like,
great idea, because I actually do have 1 or 2 clients that actually struggles to get on my bed. I'm going to do that.
I've got a really cool little like 2-step stool from IKEA. It looks really nice, it looks pretty, and just, you know, again, people appreciated it. What I used to have, I always make sure I had a bowl of chocolates, like little Lindt chocolates or something nice. And if they were too shy to get one, I would pick one up and put it in their hand.
Yes,
you know?
or even in their aftercare kit or something like that.
You know, when you pay in a restaurant and they give you a little sweet, even if it's bad.
Gassed. I think every time.
Yeah. Even if it's just the mint.
Yeah, literally, it's a licorice. I'm like, I hate licorice, but I'm so happy they're giving me a sweet.
Yeah. Because you don't expect it.
Yeah.
You don't expect it. So you're like, oh, is that for me?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And understand your target market again, your branding, location, salon environment, it all plays a part. You have to be somewhat realistic. If you are in a certain area, for example, obviously if you're in, you know, London and the really expensive parts of London, then you have to make sure that, because you will have to charge really high prices, you have to make sure that everything in your menu and everything in your business and your environment is very much reflective of that.
Yeah.
If you have a salon in a small village, or again, if you might be lashing from your spare bedroom, wherever it is, think about who is in your area that's close enough to you that would be your customer. What kind of people live around your salon? And not in a bad way. Like I've had people travel to me, but that's rare. And you have to build a reputation for people to travel to you.
Yeah, it takes a while for that. Like I've had clients that have moved out the area, and literally I've got one client that will travel an hour to me just have her brows tinted.
So
because she won't go anywhere else. But she did live a little bit more locally before that. So that's just building a reputation.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, someone's calling me. I don't know how to. You know, I had an iPhone for over a year and a half. I still don't know how to use it. It's awful. Yes. So when you design your space, when you pick a color, when you know everything, or what treatments do you enjoy doing? For example, I refuse to do mega volume and hybrids. Hybrids is a completely separate topic. Don't get me started on hybrids. I think it's a waste of time. Do double classics instead. But anyway.
I do hybrids, but they are my least favourite. And people choose it because they don't know what else to choose.
Yeah, it's like McDonald's. You go for the middle.
Yeah, not the burger that's a bit kind of like frightening looking. There's too much in it, but then you don't want to go for a normal.
Well, you don't get a large meal because you feel fat. You just get a medium.
Yeah, it's just like we're going to go for the middle ground, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so, people don't know.
No, anything you put in the middle is what people will most likely get. So what did I enjoy doing most? I loved doing a 3D set. So that was my middle in my treatment menu, and it was the middle price one because I wanted to do that.
And it probably gave a very similar look to it.
Yeah, exactly. It gives it the exact same look.
Yeah.
So, you know, what do you want to do most? Do you enjoy classics? Do you enjoy... Price yourself in a way that if you would look at that treatment menu, you would be more drawn to that treatment that you want to do most.
And that's a really good point, actually. Like, you don't actually have to offer treatments that you don't like. So I've never done mega volume because when I got in the industry, everyone did mega volume, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's not my vibe. So I went in on the real natural route, and I literally built a clientele on people who had never had extensions because they thought that's the only style they could have. And that's what I built myself on. And they know if they're going to come to me, every treatment is fully bespoke for them and it's natural, just enhancing themselves. So you don't have to do every single treatment if you do not like it yourself.
You have to enjoy what you do at the end of the day.
You can't sell something
that you don't
like yourself. Or I believe you can't sell something you wouldn't have yourself. How do you sell that?
Yeah, exactly. Because someone asked you like, oh, what mega volume is? And you're like, oh, it's kind of like that really long and really full and like, oh, you know.
There's not a lot of passion behind it, is there? It's like, are you sure that's what you want?
Yeah, exactly. And another thing is, if you don't offer loads, if you have a smaller treatment menu with just the core stuff, you don't have to buy so much stock that will keep running you up constantly because you want to stock every single curl. I've done that. I've bought all curls, all dimensions, all diameters, everything, because I used to think clients knew what they were, and I was frightened that a customer will walk through my door and they will demand a DD curl 5D set with 0.05 diameter in a cat eye.
But I'd be the wrong. I would be the wrong tech to come to if you asked for that. Because I'd just be like, why did you book here?
Yeah, I don't have that.
Where is the inspo image on my page?
But the truth is, they don't know.
No, they don't know.
And if they do know some, only because their previous lash tech told them, but you can still explain to them that that's not what you do, but instead you offer this, and that's why you think it might be better suitable for them. So don't buy everything under the sun, please, because you will spend way too much money.
Yeah,
and you won't earn good money, and you will end up with so much spare stock that's just collecting dust.
100%.
So again, luxury clients look for more than just a treatment. They want an experience. Again, they want a full experience from booking to paying or leaving, and even after that. So really think about the client experience from the very first time they find you. When they find you, they look at your page. Will they get excited? Like, oh, this is the person I want to book in. Even when you're just like, I know it's rogue, but when you go to a new place on a holiday and you try to find places to eat, you will look at their Google profile, their Instagram, and if their stuff looks cool, you're going to be so excited to eat there, and you already imagine how amazing that food will be. It's the same kind of stuff. If you take pretty photos, not just close-ups of eyes, no one can imagine how that's going to look up on them. Make sure you take full face photos. I know some clients are more difficult to take photos of. They don't want to put their face. That's why you do models.
Do you know what's funny though? I guess I do agree to an extent. I have never had a problem with someone going, no. Actually, I did have one girl once and I uploaded her lashes. She was like, could you take that down? I was like, sad. I've never had a problem. If I go, can I take a picture? When I'm so excited to show them and they love their lashes, they're like, yeah, take a picture. Lovely.
Yeah, I've had some more shy.
Yeah, I get that. I do think people also, and I say to them, they're like, oh, my eyebrows, or I haven't done this. And I always say to them, I was like, listen, at the end of the day, no one's ever looking at anything other than the lashes, because that is what my page is for. I understand that, you know, if this, that, the other. But I always say that to them. I'm like, no one is looking at my page going, oh my God, look at that girl. Like, they are literally on there looking at what lashes they want. That's it.
And they just want to imagine how beautiful that set of lashes or brows will make them look.
Yeah.
You know? So if you can show that, again, don't post for other lash techs unless you're an educator. And close-up photos, really macro lens close-up photos after other lash techs. Decide if you want to just please other lash techs, because maybe you are trying, because they are your target market, because you want to teach them, or do you want to find new customers? Post for customers, not other lash techs.
I mean, there's a lot of confusion with that. Yeah. There's a lot of confusion, because I do look at a lot of lash techs profiles that are struggling and they're like, I can't get clients. And it's like their bio is nothing but all their discount codes they've got. And it's like, your clients don't care about that. You can put that somewhere else. Your name's not in your profile, like your face isn't there, your location isn't there. And like you said, it's all just close-up pictures and clients don't get it. They want to see what it looks like on a whole face.
Again, I am going to be completely brutally honest. Don't try and be an influencer if you just want to work with clients.
Yeah, you don't need to be.
No, you don't have to be. You don't have to be an influencer. You don't have to get your influencer codes. Please don't do it unless your goal is to be a big name in the industry, speaking at conferences, teaching other lash techs, having your own brand, and so on. If you just want to have a nice business with your clients and make good money from your clients, provide a good experience, then don't go down that route. You don't have to. That's not what's going to attract other clients. That's just going to attract other lash techs to your page, and that's how the algorithm will promote you as well.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, the idea of just being a lash tech isn't a problem.
No.
Like, you don't have to, you know, you've been a lash tech. Because I remember feeling like that after about 4 years, being like, well, I kind of feel like I've hit a wall. But that's because I hadn't priced myself properly and couldn't see myself charging more. So I was like, well, I'll become an educator now. Whereas I didn't enjoy that at the beginning.
No.
Like now I love teaching, and obviously I work with like Lash Base and I do different things.
Yeah.
But at the beginning I was like, I don't enjoy this at all. So don't do things for the sake of, well, I feel like to grow I have to be an influencer or I have to get more followers.
Or you don't feel like being a lash tech isn't good enough. I have to be an educator because that's the next step. Like,
you don't have to teach.
You don't. You really don't. And there's I don't even want to say there's nothing wrong with it, because I think long term doing lashes is actually more profitable
100%
than offering courses, because students come and go. They're not consistent. They're not returning. You have to constantly get new students. Whereas if you have a customer base, that's more secure.
I completely agree. If you want something sustainable long run, and I'm not saying don't become an educator, I'm not saying that, because there's always room for it.
You have to work harder.
100%. Like even myself, like I struggle to get clients in, students in purely through just my business. Like I'm quite lucky that, you know, a lot of the teaching I've done has been with Lash Base. But again, that's the way I've put myself out there and was noticed by Lash Base to be working with them. That's like a whole completely different story. But yeah, even now, getting actual students through the door that are local, it's tough. It is tough.
Yeah. And again, lastly, ask yourself and you can be brutally honest with yourself. Would you be your own client, and would you pay your own prices? I was chatting to Abigail earlier today, and I have said to Abigail, I am one of those lash techs who actually wouldn't pay for lashes unless they could do the same or better quality than what I can do. And that's not me being big-headed. It's because lashes are not cheap.
Yeah, and if I know the standards that I want. I haven't had lash extensions in 5 years for that reason. I have lashes. You do? Yeah, I do. I have a lash lift, but exactly the same reason as you. It's kind of like, I'm not saying there's not. I haven't found someone in 5 years, because I have. But
I got good lash tech.
Yeah, and if it's finding someone locally that would be at the standard that I would kind of want, is hard. It is really, really hard, especially when you've been in the industry for a long time. Your standards are very high.
Exactly. So look at yourself, look at your Instagram and your business with completely like bare eyes, and just say, if I had myself to choose from, or someone £5 cheaper, would I go with the £5 cheaper because they're £5 cheaper, or would I go with myself because I just value whatever I'm seeing so much, you know?
For sure.
And not because you know how good you are. It's look at yourself as someone who doesn't know how good you are, you know, just through how easy it is to book with you, what your salon looks like, what your salon is, what you offer, etc., what your retention is like, you know?
For sure.
Okay. Professionalism is you, because you are professional. You're very professional. Professional is equals premium clients. How your clients see you really, really does matter. And if you want to attract luxury clients, you really do need to look the part too. And I'm not saying, you know, walk in with a Louis Vuitton bag and wear designer clothes. You have to be clean, presentable. Don't work in your trackies. I'm sorry. I will die on
pajamas.
This hill.
It's pajamas for me.
Gym wear. Don't work in your gym wear. Don't wear a sport bra and booty shorts. Sorry. But don't.
If you want premium clients and you want that luxe experience, then like if that's not the thing you want, then you do you. But you do have to be realistic.
Yeah, this is obviously if you want that premium clientele. I had some amazing women as my clients. This lady was like just elegance herself.
Some people just have that aura, don't they?
Yeah, she just...
I'm too clumsy for that.
Yeah. And honestly, I know for sure if I hadn't presented myself the way I have, she wouldn't have booked back with me. She booked in with me for a certain reason. She only goes to a certain type of lash techs.
I've had them clients that have said I actually came to you because she was the most expensive in the area.
Yeah. Again, like you, but if you don't live up to that expectation, like how you present yourself on social media, you have to live up to that as well. Or you have to live up to your prices. I'm not saying put a full face of makeup on every day.
No, I don't wear any makeup half the time.
You don't have to wear makeup. It's not about that. Have clean shoes on, clean clothes on. Again, you don't have to work in uncomfortable clothes. Comfy clothes can still be clean and presentable and nice.
In this picture, I'm wearing tracksuit bottoms, right?
Yeah.
But they are like almost tailored looking tracksuit bottoms.
Yeah.
They're flared, so they look nicer, and literally just a plain top and a blazer.
Yeah.
So one obviously I take the blazer off when I'm working.
Yeah,
Do you
like
know what I
smart
mean?
casual, just smart casual.
Yeah.
It really does
Yeah.
the job.
Yeah, so it's not like a grey tracksuit bottom with a cuffed ankle. It's not like that. It's like
You don't have a messy bun.
Yeah,
and,
it's like, you know,
Yeah.
it's you can still wear the comfy clothes, but it is just the more tailored
But
look, you know.
if you walked into a luxury store,
Mm,
how would you expect the employees to be presented?
yeah.
If they looked scruffy, you would be like, no.
Yeah.
You know? When a client has a treatment for the first time, explain them the process in detail. My clients used to love all the info. They felt like they just got a mini education course from me. I've just told them. And then they would come back and they would say, yeah, so I was speaking to this girl at my work, and basically I told her how you do my lashes, and she was amazed because how do I know this? You know, like they feel like they know some trade secrets. Tell them what you're doing. Tell them like, right, so I'm just going to put these eye pads on you. I'm using this foam shampoo. I'm doing this, that, whatever. Oh, and by the way, at the end, I'm using a super bonder because it will make the bonds flexible in the adhesive, because this is how the adhesive dries. And this is,
You're fully presenting yourself as the expert.
Yeah, tell them. Their minds will be blown away from the smallest little facts. For example, when I used to tell my customers that I apply a primer to their lashes to open up their cuticles so the adhesive grabs on more, they would be like, what?
I always go, this might be boring and sciencey, and then like spit out some facts, and they're like, whoa, and like they just think it's amazing.
Yeah. Well, I would just explain to them like, yeah, so during the lash lift, imagine a ladder, and the steps of the ladder are being broken in the first step, and they're being rebuilt in a different shape with step 2. So that's how I'm like breaking and rebuilding the disulfide bonds in your lashes.
Love it. Throw a big word in there.
Yeah. They honestly love it so much, and they think, wow, I've just been to a true professional.
Yeah, she knows her stuff.
Yeah.
And the best thing is when they come in and, like you said, they've been talking at work, they're like, I was talking to Susan at work and she said she doesn't wash her lashes, and I told her that's awful, you have to wash your lashes, because otherwise the oils, then they'll start spitting the fact back at you, and you're like, wow.
They will go to their friends and family and be like, my lash tech is better than yours.
Yeah, I get a water, she told me this, she does this. Yeah, 100%.
Like, I completely go, like, my hairdresser is better than yours. Sorry, I'll plug my hairdresser, I think, about 5 times.
Yeah. Do you want to put her out in here?
Honestly. So yeah, just tell them. And what I also used to tell them, again, this makes such a big difference for them, even if it doesn't make a difference for you. When I map their eyes, I'll mark where the iris is, and I'll just say, yeah, so I tailored the lash map based on where your iris is sitting.
You haven't got to say anything else. That's it. They're like, lovely.
Yeah, they like this is completely up to my features. She's doing something for my face. She's designing my lashes based on where my brows sit.
That's one thing, because I do fully bespoke sets, and you know, there's a lot of people that do the same, but one thing I would be really careful of is saying you offer fully bespoke sets but you don't do anything in the appointment that presents that you're doing that. So like, if you're not taking a photo measuring out their features, now you don't have to do that, or even just doing that dot where the iris is, they will go, well, that's exactly how she marketed herself, and she did that. Whereas if you go, yeah, I tailor them to your features, they come in, you lay them down straight away, and you just get going. They're like, well, where was the tailoring? Like, how did you know? You didn't even look at me,
like,
you know?
Yeah, you might be that kind of pro who's been in the business for so long, it's enough for you to look at someone's face and know exactly what you're doing, but just explain the steps.
Talk to them about it.
Yes, tell them what you're doing. That doesn't cost you anything.
No.
But you go the extra mile. Again, it's like giving someone a bottle of water. Me telling my customers, okay, so you let down, open your eyes, look straight in one point, keep holding, looking in that point, because it's very important. And I'm marking it like, right, so I've just done this because this will determine where the longest length of the set will be, blah, blah, blah. They will forget what you said, most of it, but they will remember that you marked a certain point on their face to make sure the set is tailored around that.
Makes a difference. Okay? And even talking, as someone come in, I'll be like, right, so do you have an idea of what you want? And if they go, yes, because most of the time everyone says this, yes, I want something not too heavy, cat eye, this, that, and the other. Straight away, I'll go, right, looking at your features, I'm going to stop you right there. We're not going to be doing a cat eye because we will end up with that droopy look and a sad looking eye. But we can do this instead. And if we do this, and you explain it, you can see straight away they're like, oh yeah, oh great, yeah, lovely. And then I'll show them some pictures. Maybe we'll do this. Like I said, I'll get my iPad out, I'll do this, that, the other. But straight away they're like, oh, I feel very confident about it now.
Yeah. Or again, with nice, kind, brutal honesty, just say, look, you have hooded eyes. So if I did what you wanted, I'm happy to do it, you know, at the end of the day, if that's what you really want, but it will age you. Instead, I can make you look younger by covering the hood of the eye with this curl and this mapping, and it will really open up your eyes and do this and that. They will see you as such a true professional. They'll be like, yeah, do whatever. Just do that.
Yeah, straight away they're just like, yeah, you know more than me. Because most of the time they do. They go, oh, I just went off of what someone... I literally had a woman in a few weeks ago, and she went, oh, I just said what my daughter said I should get. Yeah. And I was like, she was like, that sounds great, because I don't know.
Yeah, or most of the time, they just want a cat eye because that's the only thing they know.
Yeah, and literally what, like 99% of people can't have a cat eye. So it's like, okay, cool.
My favourite was this lady, she's like, yeah, I want sexy eyes.
Oh, yes. Oh, I'd love a client come in and say, yeah, listen, I'll give that to you. We can do that.
Yeah, I was like, MCO. You're doing
we'll do a feline, sexy, like liner. Love that. Sexy eyes.
I know.
Maybe I'll do that if you do my lashes. I'll be like, right, I know I want sexy eyes.
I need to have a sexy eye map.
Yeah. Oh, maybe we'll do that. We'll do a sexy lash map. Yeah. Love that.
Okay. So how your clients see you matters. So never just simply, again, what we've said, never agree to just whatever they want. Guide them and explain to them. Don't just say, well, I won't look good on you, but I think you should have a doll eye. And leave it at that. So explain why.
Yeah, it's a bit rude, really, isn't it? Being like, oh, I don't know about that. Actually, I think we should do this.
Or I'm not doing that. I actually don't offer that.
Yeah.
You know, not like that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
And also gauge their energy. See if they're in a chatty mood. Have they just come back from work and they just, you know, sometimes you have the same client and they will be completely different on multiple different appointments. Sometimes they will just want to have a sleep or just be quiet, listen to music, have an audio.
Like you feel the same, right? As every client, I feel different. And it's like, I know we have to be professional when it's different, but clients feel the same.
Yeah. Just try and see how they are. Like when they walk in through your door, greet them, you know, ask them like how their day was, or if it's the morning, like did you have a good sleep, or are you ready for another nap?
Yeah, my go-to is the weather.
Yeah.
Every time to break that ice. Oh, isn't the weather awful? Oh, I thought we was in spring. Yeah. Even if I've never met them, before we'll do anything, I'll break the ice. Then I'm Abigail. Nice to meet you. But like just something to break the ice.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be, you know, but just something to see how they respond, what their energy is. And then, you know, maybe they will be very chatty for the first half of the treatment.
Yes.
And then they will
come and they're dozing off.
Yeah. Just let them.
You don't need to force it at that point. No, I always do kind of get a feeling for them.
Yeah. If they want to talk, they will talk to you. Yeah. Genuinely. Don't feel awkward or rude for you not talking if they're not talking.
The worst one is when, because I do that, you always gauge off of what they're doing. So you ask a few questions. If they don't ask you anything back, I'm like, right, we know this is getting started. Exactly. Music's up, we're going to relax.
And also, just like a couple of times during the treatment, I always check with them, how's your eyes feel?
Yeah. Or if they start watering, are they hurt? Is it uncomfortable? Or can I move something? Most of the time, they're like, I'm asleep.
Or just like, are you still comfortable? Do you want a blanket? Do you want me to take the blanket?
Warm enough? Cold enough?
So boundaries are really important as well.
But we were talking about this upstairs.
So be friendly with your clients. Obviously, you can make friends with them. I have a client who to this day, we still meet up and we have the time of our life. And whenever I would lash her, it would take twice as long because we would just be crying off laughter. It does happen.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't do it with everyone.
No.
Because, yes, you will have those clients who just naturally going to become friends because you just click like that and it works. But you still have to maintain a level of professionalism. You have to have that, almost that boundary where you're like, yes, I am friendly to you, but you're not my friend.
Yeah.
And this is not in a nasty way. They need to respect you in a way, so then they don't think it's okay to mess you about. Because most of the time, I know, guys, if you started off and you practiced on friends and family, who are the most willing to cancel on you? A stranger or your sister?
Yeah.
Or your auntie.
Yeah. Or just not booking altogether when it comes to friends and that.
Yeah. I love my family. Truly, I love my family. But my auntie, let me tell you,
The worst client.
no, she's not the worst kind. My auntie came in when I was practicing lash lift. I was like, oh, can I do a lash lift? And she came in. I started taking her makeup off with Garnier micellar water. She was like, oh, what did you get into my eyes? Hurts. I was like, stop being so ridiculous.
Especially when it's family, because you really can
Yeah,
just be like,
yeah.
stop.
Yeah. I was like, it's micellar water. You use it daily. What do you mean?
Yeah,
What do you mean?
yeah.
She's like, oh, I thought you got something in my eye. I'm like, thanks for trusting me.
Yeah.
Or
just
my
chill.
best friend, again, bless her heart, she's lovely. She said to me, you can practice on me once you go a bit more practicing. Cheers.
That's not the brutality of a
Yeah.
sister. My sister would say, yeah, my sister's the worst client.
Aw.
The worst. She's like, ow, that hurts. I'm like, I know it doesn't hurt because we do it
Yeah.
with every person and
Yeah.
no one has ever flinched.
But yeah, stay respectful and professional. Don't moan to them about your problems. Don't moan about other lash techs. Even if they come in with an awful set from someone, just say, look, from a professional point of view, maybe that person had a bad day or they're very inexperienced. I don't know what happened there, but this is how I'm going to fix it so it doesn't cause further damage.
Yeah.
And you leave it at that.
Yeah.
Because if you then start going on and on and on and on and about slating the other person, that's
just not a good look.
No, it's going to make you look ugly in a way, you know?
Yeah.
So don't be negative. Just be like, right, this is the problem, this is the situation, and this is how I'm going to deal with it. And then it will
and
be
it
over.
just makes you look like a real professional at the end of the day. Being able to be like, this is a problem, this is what we're doing, this is how we're fixing it. Like, that's all people want.
Yeah, that client doesn't need you to bitch about the other person. Sorry for the... Sorry.
But it's true, though.
Yeah, it's true. They just want you to fix what their problem is because
that's why they've come to you.
Exactly. They've already not gone back to the other person, you know? So yeah, just stay professional, respectful to them as well. If they have disrespected your booking policies, don't get upset and tell them like, you don't respect me, this is my business, this is how I earn money, so you shouldn't do this to me.
Yeah, and don't go on your stories and post a big
no, don't do
Let's
that.
not do that.
Don't do that. Don't get into arguments, just be cold. And if you don't know how to do that, just put in what you would tell that client into ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT, make this into a professional client message, please.
Yeah. Make this professional but friendly.
Yes.
But stern.
Can you rephrase this into a short, professional, friendly message to my customer? I don't want to look unprofessional. It will do magic.
To be fair, there is a lot of things actually with your lash business that you can use things like AI for.
Yes.
Like when it comes to things like this, instead of just working off of emotion,
put
that emotion into ChatGPT and let it do the job for you.
Put your rant into ChatGPT, and
even if it is effing blinding, no, and then it will just let it. You know, they do say it's a therapy, isn't it? Actually writing down, so maybe let it do the job for you.
Because we've all been there. We've all been there. But yeah, so the next one again with the boundaries. How do you make clients respect you? Respect yourself in front of your clients. Don't swear.
She says after swearing.
Yes, sorry. It was one. It's that.
No, it's fine.
No swearing, no chewing gum. Don't overshare your personal drama. Don't tell them what you and your boyfriend been up to. Don't tell them that your boyfriend done this or your boyfriend haven't put the dishes away. Haven't taken the bin out.
And don't get me wrong, there will always be, when we're talking about this, there will always be that one or two clients that you do talk to these things, like talk about these things. We're not saying it as in like, don't talk about it at all. You will always have, like, I've got a client I've had for 7 years, and she will come in and she will moan about these things. And I will, because we are more friends. But it is literally, I have 2 people in mind it happens with. That is it. That is it. Everyone else is absolutely not, would not be doing it.
Yeah, you can listen to their drama.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, you know, listen in. You can even give them what you think, your opinion, your advice, whatever. When they come back, not ask about the drama, but like if they say, I'm going on holiday, when they come back, like how your holiday was.
Yes.
Like 9 out of 10, they were like, wow, you remembered.
Do you know what? That's the biggest thing. I've always been really good at that. And I remember clients literally saying, like, I don't know how you remember. And I'm like, I don't know how I remember. But it is a real skill and people notice it.
Write it down into your, if you have a booking app again, you can add notes to a client that they can't see. Just write it in there, like, she's going on holiday. So, you know, like add little notes and then ask them, come back to that, because they will appreciate it. Or they like, or they maybe say, like, when their birthday is, just say happy birthday.
Yeah.
You know, it means so much to them.
Yeah.
But yeah, make sure you present yourself. Again, if you were to walk into a luxury hotel on holiday and you went to the spa, you wouldn't want the spa lady to start telling you about the row she had with her husband the night before.
No, definitely
You know,
not.
while she's giving you a massage.
No,
no. Like, respectfully, you don't care.
Yeah, it's like, okay, right.
You know, so you do need to care about your clients. But yeah, don't put your stuff on them.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, it's great to build friendly relationships with them. But again, what happens if you overshare, if you overstep that line, and you will start treating each other like mates, they will expect mates rates. And it's not going to come in a form of they will think you will start discounting their lashes. It will come in a form as, oh, can you just put a bit more on this time? For example, we're like, oh, can you do like 60 this time instead of 40, you know? And then when you're like, oh yeah, but that's an extra, you know, you will feel uncomfortable charging them the extra when they ask for more. Or, for example, they'll be like, oh, I know it's been like over the time that you want for infills, but it's only an extra couple of days. Can you not just do an infill for me? You know, it will come in this way. They will start like
pushing boundaries.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. They will try and get away with little things because they think it's okay. Or again, not pay your deposit or cancel last minute because, sorry, babes, I've just had this thing come up.
Or that thing I was telling you about, oh, it happened again, and I'm going to have to deal with it, so I can't come in.
Yeah, and you just have to understand.
Yeah, because you know about the situation, you know?
Yeah, and then you're a cruel person if you don't understand it because you've just, you know, like, don't do that.
Yeah.
Have that sort of, still have that, not a rule, but almost that like, no, this is still a professional environment.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Any questions since then? Because I've just kept on talking.
To be fair, I think we'll go on the Q&A. There's quite a few, so I think we'll Q&A it and we'll just bang them all out.
Yeah,
so any questions that you're thinking, just bang them in the chat now because I can see them coming in.
Okay. Sorry.
No.
Yes. Completely, 180 from clients back to yourself. Do not get left behind. The reason behind my personal success, guys, I have been lashing for 5 years and I worked for Lash Base for 2 years. I've been hired to be the head educator and the product specialist at Lash Base with 3 years experience behind my back. And that's not because Dan and Jamie are stupid and they just hired a newbie, okay? It's because with any spare money I have made from lashing, I've put it back into my business. I have reached out to so many people in the industry to learn from them, to attend their online webinars like what you do today. That's part of it. Or go and get mentoring from someone. I was just so hungry to learn and I, to this day, I do the same. I don't think I know everything. I definitely don't.
I don't think it's possible to know everything.
It's not possible. No. And you have to be open to new things all the time, and you have to be able to be humble and say, you know what, I said this thing yesterday, but I've just heard something today that changed my mind.
Yes. Yeah, that's a really good point. Because it is, you can, listen, I'm someone that can be really stuck in their ways, but absolutely, if something actually is presented to me and I'm like, oh, that actually might have some legs, then I'll be doing my own research. Then I'll be looking into it before making an opinion and being like, no, that's not how we do things. Things change. We're in a very new industry.
I don't accept that I've been lashing for 10 years.
No.
Okay, what have you done in that 10 years? Have you attended any masterclasses, courses? Have you kept up with the industry? The industry changes so incredibly quickly. You've seen what happened with Korean Lash Lift. It's literally like that, constantly something new coming out.
If you've never changed anything in 10 years, then there's a problem. There's a problem. If you ever change the way you do things, then that's not a good thing to be flexing that you've been in it for 10 years and not changed anything.
And another thing is, you don't have to have years and years and years and years of experience. Guys, we are lash techs. We're not brain surgeons.
No.
A surgeon who cuts people open and does things that...
we want experience.
Those guys train for 7 years. Okay, you technically are surgeon in
that's it. I'm a surgeon now. That's it.
I'm still a junior. We need to take ourselves in certain ways less seriously, but more serious in other things.
I agree.
Years don't equal knowledge.
No.
Okay. As 1 year into the industry, you can know more than someone who's been 10 years in the industry.
Absolutely.
So make sure that you actively seek out, and this doesn't have to be expensive, of course. Attending bespoke one-to-one mentorings is great. I know it's expensive. Maybe try to do one every 2 years or once a year. But reaching out to people, you can always message me. You can message Abigail, reaching out to brands, making friends and connections in the industry and asking each other, exchange your knowledge with each other. Okay, we don't have to gatekeep. There's plenty of clients, and especially if you're talking to someone who lives up north, they're not going to ruin your business by telling you how they have better retention than you do. Share knowledge with each other. It's so, so, so important. Just again, stay humble and never, ever stop learning. It's so important. So important.
100%.
And that also shows your respect for the industry. And once you've done all of this, share it with your clients, put it online. I used to have, not even kidding you, 30 or 35 certificates in little glass cases on my wall. So when a new customer walked in, one wall just full of certificates, and they were like, "You've done all of that."
Yeah.
And they
immediately,
they immediately think like, "Oh no, she knows.
Yeah.
She knows what she's doing."
Yeah.
Like they would never question how long I've been doing lashes for, because they just looked at that wall thinking, "Whoa." And they're not going to stand there and read your certificates. It's not like, I'm not saying put on, fake stuff.
Yeah, I'm not saying maybe don't make yourself some fake ones, but
show off to your clients if you've learned something new, or post about it on your socials saying, "I'm just going on to this course learning this. I've been on this course and I've learned so much. Cannot wait to show you." Or when someone comes in, the client will ask you how you are, and just be like, "Well, actually, I'm buzzing because I've just learned this new technique and I'm actually going to do this, and that's how it will benefit you." Just clients will notice when you invest in yourself. It shows your passion, your professionalism. Be passionate about the industry, and be passionate to customers how you talk about something, because it will change how they view something. If I was to tell you, yeah, double classics are all right, or I love double classics so much because this is what they do and this is how they can transform your business, you will have a completely different perception of double classics. So if you tell your client like, "Yeah, I've learned Korean lash lifts," I guess you're right, but they're not really different from regular lash lifts because you still use step 1, 2, and 3. Or if you say, "I've just done Korean lash lifts, and guess what? It's a root to tip lift where I can actually lift more of your lashes than with the regular lash lift, so you can achieve a better lash lift, and actually it's more gentle on your lashes, blah, 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 blah." You will get a completely different experience from your client. If you're excited about the treatment, the client will be excited about it too.
For sure.
And if the clients see that you're putting effort back into your business, you are evolving, they will respect you more and they will stay loyal. And again, they will go and brag about their friends and family saying, "Yeah, my lash tech constantly goes on these courses, and basically she works with the newest techniques ever." Like they will do that.
Yeah, 100%.
And again, going back to what Abigail said, make booking with you effortless. Bear in mind, some customers might be shy, they might be awkward, they might have, just anything where they don't feel comfortable messaging you, and they don't feel comfortable asking you for your availability because they want to see your calendar on your booking system, and making it as convenient for customers and as easy to navigate as possible is good. For example, what I used to do, again, I wouldn't just have like classic and then this and that in my booking system with no photos. There would be a photo next to it, so they would know what that is, because again, they don't have to know what that treatment is exactly. If there's a photo or a small description, it will be easier for them to know what they really want. And again, make sure your contact details, your location, you don't have to put your exact address, but just something that they know, like they can have a look, is there parking around you? Because if there's no parking around you and they drive, they might think like, "Oh, maybe, like,
it will stop people from booking sometimes.
It's put as much information there as possible and make it as easy for them to go and see you and book in with you as possible. And again, they might inquire with you about some lashes, but by the time you get back to them, they change their mind. But if they already booked and paid a deposit, they're going.
100%. Yeah.
Again, reply to inquiries professionally within a reasonable time. I don't like it when someone puts on their stories, all messages will be replied tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah.
And some people genuinely take like 3 to 4 days to reply to someone. Guys, don't do that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying do what I used to do. I'd be like that, immediately reply to someone. Or I would reply saying, hey, I'm just with the client. I will reply to you within this and this amount of time frame. Just let them know that they have been heard. You're not ignoring them, but definitely don't take days unless you're on holiday to reply to someone.
Yeah.
Okay. Automated confirmations and reminders help to reduce no-shows. Again, like Abigail said, make sure you send a reminder to your customer. And again, don't have like too many steps with your booking system. If they go on your socials, they should just be like one button, click book. You can do that with most booking systems integrate into Instagram, where you can just put a booking button on your Instagram. The easier it is to do a booking with you. It honestly, clients don't want to jump through hurdles to book in with you unless they really desperate to book in with you.
They almost do it off of a whim, don't they? And almost be like, right, I'm just going to book now. So if it's bang, 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 like they've booked it, they've done. Whereas if they go bang, bang, now I've got to do this, now I've got to do that, now I've got to do this, they probably won't book.
For example, online shopping, great example. If I have to put my card details in, I'd be like, do I really want this?
Same.
If I can use Apple Pay or PayPal,
I haven't even thought about it.
I've already paid. Oh, sorry, I've already paid for it.
Yeah, exactly. Same. Makes a massive difference.
Oh, it does. And lastly, just some useful apps and tools. So booking system, these are the 2 most popular, but again,
we mentioned a few earlier on.
Fresher and Goldie. I used to use Setmore as well. Abigail used Setmore. I don't think Setmore is as popular.
No, do you know why? Because I think there definitely is a few limitations, but I have used it for the last 7.5 years, and it's fine.
It's not a beauty booking app.
No, it's just a booking app.
Yes.
So if you want something that's a bit more tailored to beauty, then it's probably not going to be the best bet. But I mean, it's done me very well.
Or it doesn't have a marketplace like Fresher does, for example.
Yes.
So, pros and cons, but it's cheaper. I liked it. It was good for me. But if you want people to find you through a marketplace like what Fresher does, then that might be.
If you're looking for like half a marketing as well, then you want to be looking at something more tailored to that.
Or if you want a really beauty oriented interface for the app. Photo editing, again, I'm not saying Photoshop your photos and but if you just want to, maybe you take a photo of your client, but they're like, can you erase that pimple there? Adobe Lightroom, Snapseed, they're really quick and easy to use. They do have free versions as well. Organization and social media. If you don't have time to post, schedule your posts later, or the Meta Business Suite allows you to schedule your post. So you can just take like half a day to schedule all your posts for the next week ahead, and it's just all automated.
On Instagram, you can literally just schedule them directly as well.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
You can just schedule them ahead of time.
Yeah. And then website builders. So you use...
I'm using Square for everything now, but my old website was Wix. It was just standard, made my own website. The only reason I've changed over is to streamline everything on my end.
That's
the only reason.
Convenience. Again, convenience.
Like when I was 22 and I've got like a Wix website, I've got Square for card payments, I've got Setmore for this, then all of a sudden I'm like, no, let's just streamline everything into one app.
Oh, and another thing is have a card reader. I know it's annoying, but what's the brand I used to use?
I use Square again.
I used a different one, but it was like either that or Square. Have a card reader. It's not expensive, and it just makes it so much easier. Guys, if you charge higher prices, sometimes your clients might prefer to pay with a credit card. If you don't accept it, they can't. And then
and do you know what? Actually, going off of that, make sure it accepts American Express.
Yes.
Because a lot of my clients pay with Amex, and a lot of card readers don't allow it, and that's a really big selling point for people. I always think this because I get people don't want it because it takes a percentage. Guys, that percentage is expensible. Again, you could. It is expensible, so
it can't. It's tax deductible.
It's tax deductible. So literally, at the end of the month, it normally whatever a booking system like for Square, it literally tells me the total that they have taken. That just goes in as an expense. So I'm not actually losing out.
And again, I decided to get a card reader because it would be like, oh, you can send me the money or pay me in cash. And the amount of times the customer would come in and they're like, oh, I don't have internet, or I can't log into my online banking. I'm just going to walk to the cash point and come back because I don't have cash. And I would be there for like 40 minutes thinking, is she going to come back?
Yeah.
Is she going to pay me?
Yeah.
Or it's so awkward when you have to chase payments, but you can't pin someone down. Like, you don't leave until you transferred me this money, you know?
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, yeah, just transfer it when you get home, no problem.
Because banking apps don't always work. And I have it in my studio for
or they
some
need
reason.
a PIN century.
Yeah, there's like all different things. So the fact I could be like, don't worry, I've got the card machine.
Yeah,
and then they can't leave. Literally, they cannot leave without paying.
Yeah. It takes so much stress out of it.
For sure.
And you don't feel uncomfortable chasing payments anymore.
No.
Yeah. Video editing, again, CapCut, InShot, they're both great. And CapCut does have an AI feature, which I love.
I haven't used the AI feature.
Yeah, so you can put your clips in and then click on the AI thing and it will edit it for you. Like, it will put a sound on it. It's not great, but it's a good starting point.
Yeah, it's a good starting point.
Yeah, it's so good. It makes everything so much quicker and easier. And again, ChatGPT is great.
You're my bestie.
Yes. Canva is also great.
Oh, I use Canva multiple times a day.
And Canva has an AI feature again, which helps you create stuff so much quicker and easier.
So good.
So highly recommend it. And any subscriptions, if you do decide to subscribe again to the premium versions of these apps, it's tax deductible.
100%.
Yes.
Yep. Canva's one of the biggest ones I would say is definitely worth paying for. I've done
so much of my stuff in Canva. It's so good.
Like this presentation's Canva.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, so Q&A session.
Cool. So we got some questions. Right. I use Cheatwell. They have their own loyalty program that doesn't affect your incomes. If a client books through your link each time, they get up to 3 points per pound. Once they're up to 15,000 points, Treatwell gives them a £10 voucher to use. Nice. They take 2.5% off the transaction and your first year is free. Love. And I think that's another one that's like, it's searchable,
it has
right?
a marketplace. Yeah.
Amazing. Do you recommend any back pillow for when they lie down on the bed? So my setup is...
You have a knee veg, don't you?
I have a what?
Knee veg. You know, the little triangular
Yes,
pillow?
Is that what that's called?
Yeah, knee veg.
Yeah. I don't know what this is. It's just like this big fat pillow that's like in the middle.
I'll show you guys.
Yeah, so my setup is I have 2 bottom sheets on the bed. So I don't have anything thick. Then I have the lash base pillow that has the... what is it called? The side that's kind of attached to
the workstation.
Yeah, the workstation, that's it. And then this big pillow for people, it goes under their knees. And 10 out of 10, no complaints. I don't have like a big, thick thing on it. I don't have any of that.
I used to have the proper like memory foam lash bed toppers.
Which is gorgeous.
Oh, it was so pretty. It was definitely like the centerpiece of the salon. It was gorgeous. I recommend it, but again, like there are other things like, you know, that you can do.
Depends how far you want to go, right? I genuinely have clients say this is so comfortable, and I'm like, great. So I've just never bothered with getting something really memory foamy. But it's something I've thought about. Would you suggest card capture or deposits? I use deposits. Only because
card capture.
Do you know the only reason I never did card capture from the beginning is because Setmore just didn't do it.
Yeah.
That was the only reason.
Yeah.
But I do agree. I don't know if I love it.
I think it almost feels too invasive.
It's a bit aggressive.
Yes.
And I'm not saying don't use it, because if you are a business and you've always used it, fabulous. But I don't love the thought of it.
Plus, with card capture, you don't have the money before.
Yeah.
And they could just take the money out of the account.
Which is a lot of problems I see in groups.
They can use an online disposable card.
Yeah.
That's just honest. No, I just if you have the money before in a form of a deposit, you at least have something.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I think it feels aggressive.
Yeah. I would be like, oh, I don't want to charge someone.
Yeah.
I feel like they're gonna call me and shout at me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I've recently made a Google page. How do I go about asking my clients to leave a review? Literally just send a message after their appointment.
You know what? I've done something that worked like magic.
Yeah.
So I did a giveaway. Okay. I did a giveaway on my page. I said it was either like a free set of lashes or an infill or a treatment worth this much money. I can't remember, but it was a giveaway. And I have said to my clients, you get 1 entry if you tag a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Your friend will get an entry if they tag another friend.
Mm-hmm.
But if you leave me a Google review, you will get a bonus entry.
Amazing.
So practically, I've done a solid deal for my clients. They get double entries into the giveaway if they tag a friend and leave me a review. New customers cannot get double entries because obviously they're not my clients. They can't leave me a review. And they all done it. Because they're like, oh yeah, for a free treatment, I'll leave you a review.
100%.
You know?
100%. And if not, genuinely just send a message asking people to leave you one.
Yeah.
If your regular clients,
but
not
give
someone
them a little incentive.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm talking about your ride or dies where you be like, hey, can you just leave me a review?
Yeah, they will.
Yeah. Is £15 a good non-refundable deposit amount? I've always done £15, but I do understand that a percentage is probably better.
I did a percentage because Setmore does a percentage.
Yeah, and I somehow wormed my way around that it did £15.
But the reason I always did a percentage, because I had treatments ranging from £15 for the brow wax to £85 for a full set of Fashion Volume lashes.
Yeah.
And if they book in multiple, again, like if someone books in, let's say, a £40 appointment, £15 sounds reasonable. If they book in £100 worth of stuff, £15 is nothing.
That's probably the one thing about my business that, I probably should change that, to be completely honest. Yeah,
I think I did 20%. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good advice from me. £15. Ignore that. Yes, I never know how to say this booking system.
Acuity.
Yeah. Mate, let's go with that.
No, I'm not English. Don't.
Useless. /Square. It's £14 per month and only 50p per transaction.
Yeah.
Exactly. Hi girls, is this recorded so I can get the rest of the info for later? I have a client soon. Yeah. Hannah, did you send this yourself?
Maybe.
Yes, 100% on not offering treatments you love. I took mega volumes off my menu ages ago as I never liked doing them, and I'm actually recently taking lash extensions off my menu as I found I wasn't enjoying them as much as I used to. Love doing lash lifts and brows a lot more.
Also, if you don't offer everything, but you offer what you like, you can call yourself a specialist in that area. Like Abigail is a soft, natural specialist, you know?
Yeah.
Like you used to specialize in classic lashes.
Yeah.
And then obviously
now it's more like bespoke. Everything is very bespoke now. So I literally just specialize in bespoke treatments.
Yes.
Full stop now. Where are we on? A lot more. I've been thinking of taking normal classics off my treatment menu and just offering double classics instead, as no one really books for them anymore, and they aren't my favorite to do anymore. But I'm worried people won't book with me because I don't offer them.
Okay. Think about it this way. If I was to be worried that mega volume clients wouldn't book in with me, but I would hate the appointment every single time they book, you know? I would be like, oh, I have to do mega volume Saturday. I hope they cancel. You would feel like that with classics. Just don't. If you don't want to do it, just don't do it. Just don't do it. That's why you're self-employed. You don't have to do what you don't want to do.
And also, if you've got double classics on the menu, most clients are going to not know the difference. If they see the word classic, they go, yeah, cool, I'm going to book that.
They'd be like, oh, I'm getting something more. Yeah. This is extra.
Most people won't know the difference. Yeah. So don't worry about that too much, I don't think.
And you can also do angel lashes.
Yes. Yeah, because that's almost the equivalent as well. Say if you've got some regular clients already, but would like to do model calls, how would you charge the models?
Okay, so this is difficult because if you just put it on your Instagram, I'm looking for models, your regulars will want to be models.
Yeah. And listen, you can just say, if they was to message you, you could say, I've already got someone in if you really wanted to.
I would probably not necessarily put out a model call, or if I was to put out a model call, I would be very specific with the description of the kind of person I want. I would say, I want someone who's got blue eyes.
Yeah.
Or I want someone who's got blonde hair, blue eyes,
loads of lashes.
Yes. Yeah. And you can always use that example. All your lashes are not quite suitable for what I want.
Yeah. Yeah, because you know them already. So you could be like, oh, this isn't exactly the sort of vibe I'm going for, you know?
Yeah, and that way it's not offensive because it's just their lashes. You're like,
oh, as long as you're not like, oh no, I don't want you as a model.
Yeah, because you don't have you're a bit older than what I would expect.
Yeah, maybe don't say that.
Yeah. But you just say, oh yeah, your lashes are just sorry.
Yeah. I do the same with lashes. I haven't had mine done since COVID. My lash girl had to quit because of her back, and I couldn't find anyone who did them the same. I also think mine look crap. It's off-putting to clients. Actually, that's a very good point. If your lashes aren't good that you're wearing and a client comes in, although you haven't done them, you are still a walk-in advertisement for what you could offer.
And they always ask you, who does your lashes?
Yeah, which always weirded me out because I'm like, What does it matter to you?
Yeah.
What
But
does it matter to you?
you have so much power in advertising to your clients by what you're wearing.
Yes.
I tried brown lashes one time, but the next 2 weeks
Yes.
I only did brown lashes because everyone's like, "What are you wearing?"
Wow. Yeah, we want them.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't think brown lashes would look so good. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about branded jumpers or aprons with our own logos? Yeah. I think if that's the main thing is, as long as whatever you are wearing fits the vibe that
Yes.
you are trying to present.
Yeah.
We're not saying you have to wear a blazer. Like, I'm wearing that blazer in the photo. You don't have to be wearing a blazer, guys.
No.
Like I said, I was wearing tracksuit bottoms, but like a nicer pair of tracksuit bottoms.
Don't wear your home comfies.
Yeah, what you change into at home to be comfortable, you wouldn't be wearing that to work.
Yeah.
But I think aprons with your logo on, absolutely. I think that's a really luxurious thing.
That's quite professional.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's just, again, whatever you would use to be your comfies at home.
Yeah.
Or maybe just pop to the shops for milk.
Yes.
It's not going to be suitable. But if you wouldn't mind going out for a walk or breakfast on a Saturday morning.
Yes.
Like just something where you feel like, okay, I can like present myself in front of people.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Someone suggested offering a lip mask during their treatment to stop
Yeah.
them talking or moving.
That's
What do
good.
you think of that?
Oh, I think it's great.
Mhm. There's a way of presenting it though, isn't there?
It should be an option.
Yeah.
Don't force it. Don't say, I'm just going to put the lip mask on you.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, would you like this luxurious lip mask
Yeah.
that I offer? And it's
Yeah.
part of the treatment, complimentary,
Yeah.
and it will plump your lips and it will hydrate them.
Yeah.
And you like do that instead.
Yeah, rather than just, you're a real chat box. Let's stick this lip mask
Yeah,
on you.
yeah. Here's a lip mask.
But that's my auntie, the most difficult client. We all have one. We all have one, don't we?
It's usually a family member.
Yeah. I thought about I do the lip mask. I offer it 20 minutes towards the ends. I can spend 20 minutes solely working on their lashes, and I tell them it's the last 20 minutes. Would you like to end with a complimentary lip mask? Gorgeous.
That's great, and that's such a nice luxury touch. You see,
Yeah.
those little unexpected luxuries that will really transform the treatment.
Yeah, and also not like it, because it's at the end, you can then really pack the lashes in that
Yes.
last 20 minutes without chatting.
And another thing is, if then they were like, oh, I'm going to try someone else, they go somewhere else and they don't get that, and they're like, oh.
Yeah, it's like, oh, it's a shame,
Yeah.
isn't it?
You know, like now, like if I was to go somewhere, I would expect at least a coffee.
Yeah.
Not with lashes, but for like anything where I'm not required to lay down and I can have
Yeah.
a coffee, I expect to be offered a coffee.
Yeah, exactly. Someone said, is it being recorded? Yes. I'm a new lash tech and struggling to get clients. What would you recommend? Well, this whole thing has kind of given you some ideas. So if you came in late, it might be worth going back from the very, very beginning, because we'll talk about pricing, we'll talk about how to get everyone in. But it's
Set
definitely
yourself
worth.
up on Google.
Yes.
And get your friends and family to start leaving you some reviews. But
Yeah.
not everyone in the same time of day. Maybe get your mum to leave one in the morning, your dad in the afternoon, or just
Start building a few things
just
up.
get your family to leave you some reviews and put some photos on Google of yourself.
Yes.
Maybe you posing with your certificate of your lash room. Just make sure you again, if you were to search for someone to do
What
your
are you
lashes,
looking for?
would you trust yourself? And
Yeah.
someone said this to me. Someone again who I attended a training with once, and this is very relevant for me. Imagine it's your wedding day, okay, and you have 2 options to book in for lashes. They both have the same photos. They both look the exact same, but one of them is significantly more expensive than the other. But it's your wedding day.
Oh, they're booking. Yeah, you're booking the expensive one, aren't
You
you?
would book in the expensive one because that little noise in your head would think, yeah, but they must be better.
There's a reason. There's a reason
yes.
she's expensive.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know,
and there's always the times where you do go to something and it's more expensive and it isn't worth it, but usually it is worth it. If someone's really confident charging prices like that, it's worth it.
Yes.
What would you advise to someone who is a lash tech who had to stop due to maternity leave and come back after nearly 2 years? Courses, pricing and models. To be honest, all of these little extras that we've spoke about, if you implement all of these, a lot of people will come back, or you'll gain a lot of clients from it.
And maybe use your socials to educate your customers as well.
Yeah.
Again, I used to make educational posts, little educational posts. For example, how often should you get an infill and why?
Yeah.
You know, because when someone finds you, they're like, oh, this person's clever. She's sharing all this stuff.
Yes.
You know?
Exactly. Someone asked the same thing about deposits of £15. Love that. So we've done that. I use low pay for my card reader, and it's super cheap. And they've put a code here actually if someone wants to use it. So it's Anna Prus, Prus, for no fees for your first 1K as well. Not an ad, just love it.
Yeah. Great.
Love that. Also, I do £50 deposit, she said. And I always get 0 cancellations or no-shows because of it, 'cause they're unlikely to not show.
They already committed.
Yes. Oh, I love this one. Are we meant to call deposits non-refundable booking fees? Otherwise, if the client wanted to be super petty, they can ask for it back legally. Do you know what's really funny? Do you know who I learned this from? Jamie, Lash-Based Jamie. He spoke about this once on his stories ages ago, and straight away I was like, that is a great point, and I have done it ever since, because they can legally ask for a deposit back in the UK if it's called a deposit, but if it's a non-refundable booking fee, they can't ask for it back.
Well done. I didn't know that, so that's great.
We
both learned something new today.
It's so weird. That's always stuck in my head. But I remember Jamie talking about it once, and it really, because instantly I was like, change everything.
Yes.
I'm not legally compliant. For model calls, you can also say you want someone with no lashes on yet.
Someone that haven't had lashes on for X amount of time.
So if you've got a current client that has them on, or I always say about a lash lift as well. So if they haven't had a lash lift within the last, say, 2 months to 12 weeks, because most of your clients probably have had something done, you know. Should you have a social media presence on both Facebook and Insta, or just Insta?
Depends on your target market.
It does.
What age group do you want? Do you want people who are, again, I'm going to be, again, brutally honest, higher paying clients will be probably a more older, mature clients. They are not on TikTok.
No.
Sometimes they are, but again, decide who you want.
It's a younger demographic on there.
Decide who you want your clients to be. I always wanted a more mature client base. So I was always very big on, I never bothered on TikTok. I used to upload to TikTok, but honestly it was bad. But Facebook and Instagram, and again, Google was my main go-to.
And to be fair, going back to the question when someone actually asked about having a website, one thing I would say is if you are looking for that slightly older clientele that will pay them prices,
on a website,
have a website, because they will want a website.
I mean, I contradict myself because, guys, I used to have a website, but it was horrible because I had no skills, so I just sort of never showed it.
Genuinely, if someone wants to build a website, Square has been the best thing, because you are actually very limited of what you can do on there, which sounds bad, but it's not, because you can't, like with Wix, everything is so open.
I used Wix as well,
and it's hard to use. And I was genuinely looking this time when I was going to make one. I was like, I want something simple that I can't actually change that much. And Square is actually a very, very good option for that. And it looks really clean. Cool. I think that's all good for questions.
Okay. Do you have any more questions or anything else?
Anything else for our last
If anything pops into your mind later on, you can message us at
here we are.
There you go. Let me just move this so you can see Abigail's stuff as well.
Gorgeous. So if you have any questions,
and also you can
this has
email
been amazing. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. You can always email at education@lashbase.co.uk.
And if anyone is looking for anything more one-to-one, where are we going? I can't use this computer.
It's fine.
There we go. You don't have to read all this, but I do actually offer one-to-one online mentoring that's obviously a lot more tailored to your own businesses, because although this gives, a lot of ideas, it's not obviously going to be, every single little thing isn't going to be suitable for yours. So I offer online mentoring. Where I do like an hour or like a 90-minute call. I'll have a look at all your socials. I'll look at your booking system.
Prior to that, mind you.
I'll get you fill out a really in detailed form, and I'll kind of have like a really deep look into your business and just look at the answers to your questions and basically put a plan together to see where you can make any changes. So if anyone was interested, feel free to pop me a message and we can discuss.
Abigail's amazing, and I think it's always great to learn from people who've been there, done that. And
learn from my mistakes.
Yes. Definitely. Is there
I don't think so. This has given me the push I need to make some changes. Saints girls, one thing I've been debating is increasing deposits. Yes, do you know what? I need to get increased deposits as well, actually.
And also think about it this way, okay? You feel uncomfortable asking a paying client to put down a larger deposit. But how would you yourself feel if you went into a space and someone asked for a bit more deposit? You're not going to be like, oh, I'm not paying that, because you're going to be like, oh, they think I have no money.
And you know what? It's also girl math, because when they come back in, they only have half to pay.
Yes.
Like, my client's like, this feels like it's free.
Yeah. Most people won't be offended.
No.
If someone can afford the luxury of having their lashes done, it doesn't matter if they have to pay an extra £5 or £10 into their non-refundable booking fee.
Yeah. And if, to be honest, if they were going to come in the first place, they're going to pay anyway.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make a lot of difference to the ones that are serious. The only ones that will ever not want to pay it are the people that are not going to come.
Yeah.
I need to set my own advice. Do you know what? I'm going to up my own deposits.
Again, completely different example. But I've got my wedding in 2 weeks' time, and the master of ceremonies who we've chosen, he's super professional. He really knows what he's doing, and he straight up asked for a 40% booking fee.
Wow!
And he said the 40% booking fee is actually counted as a consultation fee. So everything he does up until the wedding, that's what that money accounts for. And the 60% is actually what he does at the wedding. And I thought, you know what? I want to book in with you. So if you want the full thing, I'll pay it.
How amazing.
You know?
Yeah, just you just pay it. If you want them, you'll pay it.
Yeah. Present yourself in a way that people will want to book in with you, no matter what, because it's you. Again, your product is not just the lashes you do, it's you as well.
You are the product as well, for sure. What card reader do you have using the low pay? I think that's a question for the person who said about low pay. So if you're in here, you're needed. Thanks so much, girls. This is amazing and so helpful.
I'm so glad.
Thanks so much. Some really helpful points.
Yeah,
yay. And sorry it's gone over a little bit. Like I said, we're real chatterboxes.
Look, we've just given you a bonus. You didn't expect
it. You got a bonus half an hour on us.
Half an hour.
Amazing. Right. I think that's everything.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you so much, girls. I'm going to stop the recording. And again, if you have any more questions, feel free to message us on our socials. You can book in with Abigail for one-to-one mentoring. It can be, again, completely bespoke, just like Lash said. So it's great. It's great. Book in with Abigail. And then, if you any questions,